What's up, and welcome to the Arthur Moats Experience. I'm Arthur Moats, and you know what time it is. Hopefully, everybody is doing good out there in the land of the living. We here. I know I had a little bit of the is it gonna be 4 o'clock or is it 4:05? He's back to 4 o'clock. It happens like that on occasion, but we're here, we ready. And today we're manifesting. All right. We're going to right a wrong that your boy had. All right. So what? About 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to have James Pierre join the show. We were excited about it. You seen me. I was excited. And what happened? I forgot my cord. So he calls in and we couldn't do the show right. Ended up flustering me so much that we stopped the show abruptly afterwards. I was just disappointed in myself, but not today, ladies and gents. Today, we're ready to go. We got everything locked in, double, triple checked. So we'll get a chance to talk to James Pierre. Super excited about this because, like I said, man, a guy that we've been following since he's joined the team and a dude that we've paid a lot of attention to throughout, the opportunities that he's received at this level, because we know he's one of the true next man up guys, since he's joined the black and gold, man. So like I said, super excited to talk to him. And just like I said, man, to see where his energy is, man, how his mind is operating. Because like I said, we haven't had him on the show before then. So like I said, man, definitely going to be a good one. We know 5:30 time frame. We'll be joined by TaNeisha from @ReallyFlawedFootball. Y'all know we do a lot of content together. So definitely been having a blast, man, working with her. But we'll be collabing, obviously, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll do our victory formation, where we focus in on the Indianapolis Colts and what we're going to need to do if we want to be victorious, or what we don't need to do if we don't want to be victorious. All right. But either way, we're going to talk about it and have a blast on everything else in between. All right. So super excited about that. Trying to think what else we may have over yonder right now. Mark Bergen, man, he just dropped his preview for the Colts matchup, man. So definitely tap into that. We have a Master Most film session getting ready. All right. Just chopping up that tape, talking about this Packers game, some of the things we like, we didn't like. So like I said, man, that'll be out probably by the end of the week. All right. So like I said, man, definitely excited about that. We also got a preview vid from TG coming up. All right. So we dropping that also on the channel. So a lot of content coming out. We know Tyler Candelaria is going to continue to hit us with the previews. And for my members, shout out to all the upper room members. Past 2 days, y'all have had access to the Ryan Shazier interview that we just did down at the stadium from this Sunday's game, man. So it was obviously a fun time, man. Anybody that was down there in attendance, y'all know it was jam-packed, insane energy, fun conversation with my dog, though, man. So like I said, man, for the members, you've already had access to this, but to everyone else, your access will be coming sooner rather than later, all right? But that is one of the perks of being a member. You do get access to some of the stadium interviews ahead of time, along with the full-length film reviews and some of the personal videos that I drop, about what I'm doing when I'm not working. All right, so that's how we rocking out, man. So we got plenty of stuff, man, for the congregation. Okay, but before we get too deep into this thing, and I forget, let me pay a bill real quick. All right, let me get it on the front end. Let's go. Today's show is sponsored by SeatGeek. Come on, man. I'm talking about the top-rated ticketing app. 28 million downloads, over 70,000 events offered. Y'all heard me talk about them just last show. I said I used them this weekend, all right? I needed parking passes for the game. Now, this week, we got another one right here in the city, and I'm super excited about it. Might need a couple of tickets, so let me just see what we got as options. And that is the beautiful part about the app. You can see everything that you're looking for in terms of the value of the seats, if you think the seats are good or not, everything about that. But more importantly, I got a promo code. I got something for you. And it's simple. When it's your first time using the app, you download it, use the promo code Moats, you get $20 off of your first order. It is that simple, man. All right. So you see the promo code, you already know the app, but now let's get back to regularly scheduled programming. All righty. So like I said, man, shout out to SeatGeek. Shout out to the congregation, man. All right. We always appreciate people that want to support the channel. All right. And let me switch this real quick now. I might freeze for a second. Let's see. One time. All right, now we back in the building. Like I said, man, I don't like when the internet get all weird on me, man. Got to get, got to make me get all technological and stuff like that, man. But I do like the fact that I do see y'all dropping the new emojis in the comment section, man. Let's go, AJ Martinez. I see you membered all the way up. Yeah, and beautiful profile pic as well, man. I see you looking happy in there, man. Let's see who else got. AJ also spun a block with the TG version as well, man. So, like I said, man, for all the members, that's what y'all got access to. And here's the Mark Bergen 1-2 for the congregation. If you don't know, now you know. Okay, but that is how we do it for, like I said, man, the new folk out here. But let's get this thing rolling, because like I said, we got plenty to discuss, man. I want to get my week 9 game picks in. We also have a new member of the family, Kyle Dugger. Do want to talk about him for a little bit as well. And then, of course, man, we got interviews and all the other fun stuff in between. So let's get it going. But drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way I can get a big boy shout out to start the day's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And yeah, anybody that's putting the emojis up, man, you're getting on the screen. All right. So shout out to Apollo Creed, shout out to X Concept showing major love. He got the whole gang up there. I see me, TaNeisha, Mark, TG. What up, David Decker? I see you, baby. I see you. But let's get it. Oh, and AJ Martinez also said that that's Lexi and Tony. So shout out, man. Love to hear that, man. Love when the family pull up, man. All right. At least get into the picture. So I do respect that, baby. Let's go. So first up, man, we got the homie Rod Dollar in the building, the 330 Youngstown, Ohio. And that's Mr. Sherrilline, if you didn't know, baby. What up, X Concepts in the 724 Claridge, PA. One time for Pierre Island in the building. Like I said, I'm excited to talk to this one here today. Let's see. All the way in the 330 Alliance, Ohio, baby. And he says, and this is T-Ren, by the way, y'all forgot about my question last show. We're gonna have to look back because I thought we had every question, but worst case, man, just redrop it so that way I can make sure I get you right. All right, go ahead. But I do see you also, Rashawn, showing love. Yeah, got the whole gang, the congregation. See, the members are showing up today. I like when the members in the building and the members let me know they're here. All right. Respect, baby. Let's get it. Oh, and shout out to Ryan McPherson tuning in for Neptune right now. Hey, respect on that. I was on Pluto about a little while ago, you know, baby. Oh, we got Grant hollering about them Dodgers. Okay, he says LA, baby, one time for the culture. And yeah, man, y'all got a big one tonight, though, right? Yeah. But y'all won, that was 18 innings or however many innings it was last time. It's like, geez, Louise, man. But definitely love it, that, man. Reed Mitchell said he in the 330 deep in here. And he also says, who is going to the game? I'll be down there for pregame doing an interview. I have Larry Brown this week, Steelers Super Bowl champ, left tackle and tight end. Actually, one of the rare guys to actually score a touchdown in a Super Bowl, and then started a whole another position in another Super Bowl, man. So cool cat, man, the OG. But yeah, I'll be down there for a little while. All right. Then after that, I got to do some TV stuff. So I'll be running and ripping. All right. But your boy will be in the building. Hopefully you in there too, though. All right. Let's get it. And then let me end it with the homie Rashawn Jones, because he's in the 732 Neptune, New Jersey, live from work. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Because he's all the way membered up. And I see the homie me, TG, TaNeisha. Oh, yeah. I see me twice up here. So shout out. Man. You make me feel important. Okay. But I can definitely dig that, man. Definitely could dig that. But with that being the case, let me take a quick sip and let's get it rolling. Because like I said, we got about 20 minutes before Pierre joins the show. And I'm excited about that. Well, I guess I should ask, would y'all rather... Actually, I'm not even going to ask. I already know the answer to this question. I was about to ask a silly question, be like, hey, man, do y'all want me to give you my picks first? Or do you want me to talk about, the new guy, Kyle Dugger, first? And then I was like, let's be real, Moats. if I was a consumer and I was watching the show and you're supposed to be the football guy, I would want to know about the football guy. I want to know about the new guy, the new addition. So we're going to talk Kyle Dugger. All right. Obviously, we just traded for him. What was that? Yesterday afternoon. It was after it was definitely after victory formation and everything. Like, I mean, after the crossover Tuesday and everything like that. No coincidence, right? Anytime me and her, in terms of me and TaNeisha get going, man, we obviously have action. It always transpires. But yeah, man, we did make a trade for Kyle Dugger, man. Late round pick swaps. But as a whole, we're getting him, and New England is still taking on, was it $5.4 million of his 9.75 base salary? So they're still taking on the majority of the money in this deal. For us specifically, we have an out. In fact, he'll be a free agent this offseason. So not a lot of skin in the game for us, specifically from the black and gold standpoint. The specifics of the draft picks. It was Kyle Dugger plus a 2026 7th round pick that was sent to us. And then we're sending our 6th round pick to them. All right. But like I said, contractually, we don't have a lot that's going to make us feel uncomfortable or make us feel bad about it. The positives of Kyle Dugger, or what to know about Kyle Dugger. It's a 6-year in the league, man. Came out, was that 2020, man, 2nd round draft pick out of he was one of them small school guys too, Lenore Ryan, right? But the thing about Kyle Dugger specifically, man, positional flexibility. Could start in the slot in terms of that nickel corner, play some of the safety spots as well, man, both free and strong. And the difference is one is in the middle of the field, one is traditionally in the box, but can tackle well, has good ball skills. Throughout his career, man, he has 9 interceptions throughout 6 years. The most obviously came early in his New England tenure, right? We're talking year 2, he had 4 picks, year 3, 3 picks. And then after that in 2023, he had 2 picks. Now the past 2 seasons, or at least last year and this year, he has been over, but he did start in 13 games last year and play in 13 games last year. He started in 7 games he's played in 7 games this year and started in 4 of them thus far. Prior to that, though, he's been a starter. 17 games, 17 starts in 2023. 15 games, 15 starts in 2022, 15 games, 13 starts in 2021, 14 games, 7 starts as a rookie in 2020. So a lot of on-field starting experience. I like that a lot. Now, in terms of what he, because you're obviously like, yeah, man, well, if he's good, why is he available? The thing to me in terms of why he's available, a couple factors. Number one, when you're talking about the consistency element of it, man, as a cover guy, he does struggle at times when we're asking guys to do a lot of man-to-man, and he's 6'1", 216. That's on the bigger size for a safety / nickel corner. I think he does a really good job of fitting runs and making tackles in that space. I think he does a good job of using his hands to handle blockers and to disengage them at the point of attack. But the area where you do see some of the shortcomings are when he's asked to do a lot of the covering versus some of the smaller, more athletic guys, right? Or some of the big rangy guys. I mean, just like a lot of those dudes on the back end. But the thing that I will say is he is a lot more consistent player versus the run. And that's something that we do need when you talk about the information that we received about Deshaun Elliott, right? In terms of the knee injury, him being done for the year. So, or more than likely being done for the year. So with that, we know Chuck Clark and Juan Thornhill. We've seen those guys, and at times they do some positive stuff, but they have also struggled. We know Jabril Peppers, he's come over and provided some sparks, but he's still a relatively new guy and also a little bit on the, smaller size. So, or a little bit of a tweener in terms of position, right? So you roll with Kyle Dugger, bring him in here. Now you feel like you got a guy who is, a legit starter, or another guy that you could put into that mix to compete, or at least to roll through for options with Chuck Clark, Juan Thornhill, and Jabril Peppers during the interim, right? While we're going to be without Deshaun Elliott. So like I said, I like that part. Is not going to be perfect. The biggest reason why he's available is he doesn't really fit what Vrabel is doing now that he is taking over. Prior to that, you think about it, Kyle Dugger was a part of Bill Belichick, and then after Belichick, Gerard Mayo. Okay, so those are the guys that Dugger had came up under, spent the most time with, and had the most production with. But when Vrabel took over, he kind of became the odd man out. And then that was ultimately why he was available, and we went and acquired him. Now, of all the different people that we've talked about positionally looking for, right? We've been mainly talking about wide receivers and corners. The injury to Deshaun Elliott, though, is significant. So when that happens, that became the new priority. So you look at Kyle Dugger and you feel like the combination of him, Juan, Chuck Clark, Jalen Ramsey gets plenty of reps at safety. He'll continue to get that, but we bounce him around. He'll play outside corner and he plays into the slot also. So with Kyle Dugger, you just feel like you got another higher end piece to put into the equation. Another guy that, hey, if this player isn't working, if this player isn't producing, or we're seeing this player at the point of attack continue to be the odd man out, okay, cool. We can transition and go this route. And I think that that's the thing that we're trying to get accomplished right now, because I know based on the last game and some of the things that we saw on tape, we wanted to say it was scheme. The tape proved that it wasn't scheme. We talked about, some of the star players, right, or some of the pass rush talent needing to be more productive. That is also true, but there are still certain instances where those guys are, in terms of the secondary guys, are getting beat faster than the rush can even get there. Or it's a ball that's up in the air and the guy got to make the play on that thing, man. And if, the ball skills and the production isn't as consistent going forward, now you have legitimate options to roll with. Now you have legitimate things that you can say, you know what, let's try this, versus just being frustrated and banging our head against the wall. So I do like that about Kyle Dugger. Like I said, I think he presents a lot of positive traits for us. And I think he's going to definitely be a good mix and good addition to the secondary in, response to some of the injuries that we sustained on that back end. Like I said, it sucks, but this is the season. This is how it works, man. It becomes a war of attrition at times, and nobody is going to feel sorry for you. Nobody is going to give you, any type of handout or anything like that. You have to power through it. And that's the phase that we're in right now with some of the injuries on the secondary. But this is why the coaches get paid what they get paid. This is why the players that are force multipliers also get paid what they are paid. So that way we can hopefully mitigate these, elements and injuries that are popping up right now. We can continue forward in the right direction. All right. But that's my energy on Kyle Dugger. But let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about Kyle Dugger and him specifically, joining the squad. You obviously heard about the compensation, the trade package. Do you feel like it was just the right amount? Do you think we got fleeced in this, or did we win the trade? Let me know in the comment section. But don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. He said, man, we still got plenty of time too, man, before we talk to James Pierre. Super excited to talk to Pierre, man. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby. All right, so the homie Tito with the good vibe says, I feel like we lose nothing with the trade. I would agree, man. And I like your stance on it, baby. I can definitely see where you're coming from, though, man, because we don't have a lot of skin in the game with this, man. We are not contractually on the hook for the next 2-3 years. We don't have to pay out the full base, salary of, was the $9 million that he was supposed to get this year, because he had just signed a year ago a 4-year, $58 million deal. All right, so that's how fresh this deal is, and that's how confident New England felt in him under the old regime. But like we said, man, new trade or a new head coach, different pieces, man. And at times this is a part of that, man. So like I said, that is, where we're at right now. But yeah, I don't see a lot of negative for us, man. Tyrone Keaton, shout out to Tyrone, man. I appreciate you being here today as well, man. He says, we won the trade. Got him. And a 7th only gave up a 6th. So yeah, you're getting 2 for the price of 1. We obviously will take on a little bit more contract, right? In terms of those, I think it's remaining for 3.899, however many M's is remaining from that standpoint. But we're not tripping on that when you're talking about that in comparison to a 7th or 6th round rookie, right? The 4-year full body value of the contract, whether you're talking about the proven production, the development of that player in comparison to Kyle Dugger at this stage. Just all of those variables to me makes it a win in the sense of the trade. I'm like, you know what, man, I don't have a lot of negative around it, especially when you're talking about the injury that we had as well, or that we're dealing with as well on the back end. I think in response to that, I like it. So yeah, man, you guys let me know though, man. Let's see who else is in the building, man. Let's see. Oh, Reed Mitchell says, will he play Sunday? They had him listed as questionable. I will see when we finish up today if in terms of the practice report, if he actually practiced, what was that like? Because like I said, this is all very fresh. It just happened yesterday afternoon was when I got the alert. So we'll see. I'm sure he was on a flight though late last night getting into town. I do think, I wouldn't be surprised if he was out there as a full participant, but we got to see what that looks like. Like I said, I haven't done a ton of Kyle Dugger, or I wasn't looking at a ton of Kyle Dugger this season to see, is he available? Is he not? I know he played versus us, made some plays in there, but that was kind of that, but we'll see if he is available on Sunday. Like I said, it'd be a quick turnaround, but we did with Jabril Peppers. Remember that Jabril came in, hopped on a moving train and made some plays for us versus New England of all teams, right? So we will see, man. We shall see. And Tyrone Keaton also says he likes him in this defense too. I do as well, man, especially, with the ability for him to kind of move around, use his eyes, man, some of the matchup stuff, but also some of the zone concepts that we do where, we rely on that pass rush, but we have big vision and we're able to be more attacking. That's going to be right up Kyle Dugger's alley, and his ability to play down by that box, man, and tackle. That's the other part, because we need tackling. That we saw that last game. We've seen that pop up multiple times this season as well. Tackling, right? So bring in guys that can do it, and if they can't, bring in competition, right? Other guys that can just push them or maybe surpass them. But either way, we're going to get the answers, baby. We're going to get them answers because, 4-3 is cool, but we 4-3 because we've been doing more self-inflicted stuff, man. Missing tackles, blown coverages, drop passes, more sabotage. And that's the thing that we got to clean up, man, and do it in a hurry because these games aren't about to get any easier when you look at the schedule. We obviously know who you have this week, but we know, man, it doesn't get easier going forward, man. We got to get more locked in. We got to be more buttoned up in all of those facets of our game, man. So here we are. And what better test, right? Colts, simple in terms of what they want to do, but hey, man, you better be detailed and buttoned up and ready to roll, man. All right, we're gonna talk about it a lot more, like I said, with TaNeisha, around 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But like I said, man, keep bringing in pieces, man. Keep finding a way, because we got to find a way to win, man. This train doesn't stop, and just because we may be frustrated in the process, it still doesn't change that we have everything that we want in terms of big goals available to us still. Nothing is off the table. You win this week, you're still feeling even better about your situation, and now we're getting closer and moving in the right direction. Now, the other thing in terms of, some of the optimism or lack thereof, well, we do know Baltimore's supposed to have Lamar Jackson back. They found a way to win last week without him. Now he's back, so we do anticipate those guys looking a lot better going forward. So that means that we have to make sure that we're handling our end of the bargain as well, and make sure that we're keeping our foot on the gas and winning games we're supposed to be winning, man. All right. So that's the duality of, where we currently are right now. Now we know we still got to play Baltimore 2 times. We still got to play, Cleveland and Cincy again and everything like that. But right now, man, we got to take care of business. AFC this week. Last week was NFC. Last week, you're making excuse. Oh, man, it's Green Bay. All right, man. We ain't got to see them. They ain't gonna kill us. It's AFC this week, though. All right. Gotta have this one, man. Gotta have this one. Okay, let me check. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Looks like we had something come up. All right, so we're going to have to reschedule with Pierre on his side. All right. Shout out to the fact they did give me the info. Okay, let me tap in real quick. I'm gonna hit y'all with a pause. Should have just played the intro again, but I don't know how to do all that cool technological stuff, man. But that is actually good to know. So I'm gonna just pause y'all real quick. Y'all gonna hit the pause button. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this text back real quick because this is like the important people over here. All right, so give me a moment. Un momento. All right. Yeah, see that right there. You see me trying to be the producer and the responder, But all good, man. The team is in place, man. Shout out to the team, man. Shout out to the team. But yeah, so JSPA has to reschedule for today. So all good with that one, man. All good. We was ready though. We were ready this time. So now it's even. I had to reschedule him one time. Now he got to reschedule me one time. All right. So all good. I feel better now. All right, because I was over here like, oh no, I'm tripping. I'm messing up. All right. But we are good now. We are good. All right. So with that, then, man, now I got a little bit more time on my hands. Let me tap into my picks real quick. All righty. Okay, because I was definitely over here trying to squeeze that in. Like, oh, all right. Am I gonna have enough time? Hope I got enough time. Think I got enough time. Now we got plenty of time. All right. So definitely like that right there. Oh, and I ain't even peeped, man. I got a couple new members that joined the family. Shout out to the homie Rashawn Jones, baby, joining the upper room. So, Rashawn, appreciate you. And welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And it looks like the homie Tito with the good vibes. I don't know if you gifted the membership. I think that, or if you just gifted it to a person other than, but either way, I'm gonna still shout Tito with the good vibes. Appreciate you being a rock star, paying it forward. And to that individual, if it is Rashawn Jones, you get it 2 times. But if somebody else, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Let's get it. All righty. So now I'm good. I am good. All right. See, I'm over here having to do like the work text real quick, man. It was throwing me off. I was like, hold on, man, don't do me like that, man. Y'all make my hair hurt. I can't focus like that now. All right. I can't do all these things at one time. I can't. But now I'm back. All right. So shout out. But let's get to these game picks, because like I said, I'm excited about this one because your boy's been having a hot week. All right. I've been having a hot past 2 weeks. Okay. I told you there was once upon a time where Tyler Candelaria thought he could beat me in this. He thought he was going to wash me in this. He thought that his, ability to assess the games and the situation was at a higher level than the boy. Okay. And for a little while, he had a little lead. But your boy done walked him down. Your boy is feeling good. Your boy is feeling nice with these picks. All right. So, of course, we got to give the update, right? Got to give the update. Now, I usually have this thing chopped up, but it is what it is. We're going to swap it up, switch it up on them today. But coming into last week, man, we said, shoot, man, I was up. I was feeling good, right? I was 39-40 entering week 8. Tyler was 34-45 entering to week 8. And, I said, man, I was a little hot, right? I had finally caught up to him, finally surpassed him. It was like, yo, let's keep this thing rolling, right? Well, of course, your boy did that again this past week, going 8-5, while young Tyler went 7-6. Bless his heart. He tried. Okay. What they say, you get an E for effort. He gets an E for effort. Okay. So with that, let me go ahead and pull up last week's scores so that way y'all can see them as I go ahead and document this whooping that I gave that boy. All right. So shout out to Tyler one time for the coach. If you know, you know. Okay. But for references, for those that, are keeping track of the score. Last week, man, started out with that Thursday night action, man. And this is not that right week. There we go. Let me get the right week up. That was like Baltimore plays that night and Thursday, not last week. All right. But last week, man, it started out with the Vikings and Chargers, man. I took the Chargers in that -3. Tyler took the Vikings. We know Chargers went to town on the Vikings, 37-10. It was beautiful to see. That's when we got the festivities rolling. All right. Then after that, man, we both rolled with the smart choice right here. Buffalo, right? Buffalo Bills were 7-point favorites on the road versus the Carolina Panthers, and they won 40-9. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Loved everything I saw about it. All right. Can't even lie to you. Okay. Can't even lie to you. But then from there, we followed it back up, right? Because it was Jets week. Okay. And with the Jets, we know that This is Justin Fields coming back out there. This is right after Woody Johnson, the owner, had made the comments about, Fields and their lack of ability to pass football and how any coach that has had to have that player, it would look like this as a result. And we said, man, Fields responded with, man, I'm strong on my faith. It's adversity. I'm excited about it. Then, he comes out there and lights it up, leads the Jets to their first win of the season under the Aaron Glenn era, right? And Fields played well, man, too. 244 through the air, 21-32, and he had a touchdown through the air, but 39-38. So they got the dub, man. So they were heavy dogs, plus 6.5. And I told you, I was like, yo, the Bengals are going to look good offensively, but they still give up a lot of points. And I didn't think that they would score 38 points, but I did think they would look good. But shout out to the fact that Jets were able to get the dub in that, man, and help me get my win as well. All right. Then from there, man, Tyler and me both chose the Patriots in this matchup because, well, number one, Patriots been looking good. All right. Talk about what the Patriots have done this year versus, Cleveland. It was like Cleveland, man, young quarterback, kind of all over the place. They were moving pieces on. Everything looked good. Everything went exactly according to plan, except Myles Garrett going for like 5 sacks, going absolutely nuts out there. But Patriots took care of business 32-13. So clearly won by more than 7. And that's why we both got a dub on that one. Now, after that, we both took L's with the Falcons. We said there is no way the Falcons are going to lose to the Dolphins. Now, I also did not know that we were going to get Kirk Cousins in this versus Michael Penix. So that also had a negative impact. Shout out to me for that. Okay, I should have known. But Tyler also took the Falcons. So we both took an L on that one. So it was a wash. It was good. We ain't tripping on that one at all. All right. Then from there, man, we both I rode with the Giants, man. I was feeling the young guns, Cam Scatterboo, and shout out to Cam Scatterboo, man. Speedy recovery on that one. Whoa. But I had the Giants. He had the Eagles in it, man. The Giants were getting 7.5 points. And the Eagles went on to beat them by 18. All right. Now, I think it was because Scottaboo got hurt. It just threw off the vibe. You know what I mean? The energy was off. But, yeah, man, that got out of hand. All right. So shout out to that one. From there, though, man, it was Bears, Ravens, and we both got fooled. I know I'm not the only one. I know y'all in the comment section felt it, too. Y'all was over here like, yo, the Ravens are struggling. No Lamar. They don't have an identity. We said, man, Cooper Rush doesn't fit. And what they do, they went and called in Snoop Huntley, the Pro Bowler. Shout out to Tyler Huntley, man. Brought him in the building, and then what did they do? Win 30-16. That's what they did. That is exactly what they did. Now they have a bye week, but that is what they did. So shout out to them, but now they get the short week, so I do like that. All right, you don't get no rest for the weary, okay? But then from there, man, we had the Niners game. I took the Niners. Tyler did as well. I was believing in Mac Jones. They got 1.5 points, and the Texans went on to win 26-15. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? Right? But that was that part of it, man. But to me, man, I still feel confidence in Mac Jones and that Niners team, man. I think that, they still play a good brand of football. Just the Texans, they found a way that night, man. They found a way. From there, I got back in the winning column, and obviously Tyler copied my work as well. But we both took the Bucks -4.5. Don't matter. They was playing the Saints. Saints are going through quarterback hell right now, man. Obviously, Derek Carr retired on him before the season. They were rolling with Spencer Rattler. He was having moments of looking decent, and then it was like not so much. Now they're supposed to turn to Tyler Shuck. All right, so shout out to them, but the Bucks beat them 23-3. Love to see that. From there, man, the team that I've been riding with a lot this year, and still, this is about to be the first time I have to go against them. The Colts, -14 versus the Titans, and they won 38-14, bro. It was gorgeous, man. It was absolutely gorgeous. I like the Colts, man. I like them a lot, except they got to play us this week. So that's the struggle for them. All right, but I like them a lot. They finding ways. Shout out to Indiana Jones and company, man. All right, but not too much love because, like I said, they got action this week. Heavy action this week. From there, though, man, it was a glorious day. It was a glorious day because I was rolling with Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and the Denver Broncos versus the Dallas Cowboys, man. Tyler was feeling the star power from Dallas. Ben was feeling that offensive prowess. and the Broncos went to town 44-24. I loved it. And like I said, Broncos was favored about 3.5, so they clearly won and covered. Shout out for that. Me and Tyler both take the L with the Steelers. We know how that one ended. I blame you, Tito, or I blame you, somebody. All right, somebody got to get blamed for this. Maybe it's you, Leah. All right, that was your fault that the Steelers lost that one +3. Okay. But then after that, I got back on the winning column to end last week. To end week 8, I ended it with the Chiefs. They were minus 10.5 points versus the Commanders. They take care of business 28-7. That felt really good. All right. That felt really good. Tito, don't you try to minimize your role, bro. It was you and Lee. All right. Both of y'all. And in fact, I'm going to throw K Hart in there too. All right. You were also part of the reason why my Steelers pick last week didn't win. Okay. But other than that, I felt like I had an exceptional week. It felt like a dang good time. All right. So we're in a good space right now. Okay. So now, as we currently sit, okay, because of last week, because of the 8-5, I'm unfortunately 47-45, just 2 games above 500. Okay. And no, David Decker, you are not in the clear. You're not in the clear. 47-45 means that you're heavily a part of me just being 2 games over 500. Y'all complain about Coach Tomlin just barely being over 500, right? Never having a season under 500. Don't put me in the category. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, expanding on this even more so. Okay. Dang. So it is your fault, David. Chris Hobson is your fault too. Hit the like button one time for the coach if you know you know. But my 47-45 record, I'm seeking comfort. It's y'all fault. Y'all supposed to be helping me out, okay? Y'all supposed to make sure that everything goes legit. So make it make sense, okay? Make it make sense. Now, Tyler, on the other hand, Tyler got a lot of work on his hand. He got a lot of room for improvement. Y'all need to send thoughts and prayers. My man Tyler sitting at 41-51 right now, all right? 41-51 is a whole lot worse than 47-45. I'm just throwing that out there, all right? So I feel good. I feel safe. I feel confident. And this is another week where, you know, we should be able to get after it, okay? We should definitely be able to get after it this week. Now, of all the picks, okay, of all the picks this week, we only got 4 where we disagree upon. Colts, Steelers, Patriots, Falcons, Packers, Panthers, Bengals, and Bears. Okay. So we're going to talk about them. We're going to definitely talk about them. I was looking down at my phone. I was like, yo, I hear my phone ringing. It was my grandma calling me. Shout out to grandma. All right. Hey, man, if y'all got y'all grandma, you know what I mean? Your grandma be calling y'all on occasion. Hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe either. All right. We got to love grandmas. All right. I should have answered the phone, but my grandma, she, you know what I mean? She having a lot of fun. All right. She at the fun stage of life. So you don't know what might have came out on the air. Okay. So I'm going to call you back, grandma. All right. But love you. You know that. All right. Let's get it, man. Yeah. Let's say, y'all thought I was joking. See? Say Grandma Barbara, man. She called me right there. Grandma Barbara. Shout out to Grandma Barbara, man. All right. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Grandma Barbara from Philly too, man. But she ain't no Eagles fan. All right. She rocked with the boy. Okay. So she was a Bills fan when I was playing. She was a Steelers fan. All right. So she down for the squad. She represent. All right. She represent. But yeah, shout out to Grandma Barbara, man. All right. Need you a Grandma Barbara in your life. All right. I don't know if y'all got that gangster grandma. I got that gangster grandma. All right. I got a gangster one. All right. Everyone's like, we need one in your life. She's fun. It's just fun. Be like, yo, let me call her up real quick. We're about to have a blast. All right. But like I said, can't have her on this show right here. Ooh, not right now. All right. But let me continue on with this week's picks because we are to week 9 right now. Okay. And with it being week 9, like I said, man, you know how we got to start this thing. We got Thursday night football, man. The Rat Birds taking the trip all the way down to Miami, to MIA, and Baltimore is heavily favored in this matchup, 7.5 points, which would typically be a lot if Lamar Jackson wasn't out there. But Lamar Jackson is out there. So if Lamar Jackson is out there, it's hard to go against that one. And we all know what Miami has looked like this season. Not the best, right? When we talk about, the quarterback situation and everything like that, man. So we both, me and Tyler, go with the Ravens in this matchup. From there, man, it's Sunday action, and we got division action, NFC North. Vikings traveling to Detroit to play the Lions. Lions are favored by 8.5 points. Me and Tyler both agree with that. And, I mean, it's hard for me to not go with that. You think about the Vikings. They have been starting Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has elected to have the shoulder surgery. We saw how that last game went on was it last was that Monday or Sunday night or whatever, or no, excuse me, last Thursday night when they played or whatever. And you could just see, man, he was struggling, man. He was kind of labored out there, man. So they got to go, and have another quarterback make a start, man. So with that, I do like the Lions, man. I do think that they're playing some really good team ball right now, offensively and defensively, man. They got my dude Kelvin Shepherd over there, quarterbacking that thing. And yeah, man, I like the energy over there, man. So let's roll with them. Next up, man, Chargers at the Tennessee Titans, man. Watching the Titans are, the Titans are the Titans. They look like they fired their head coach. They look like they got a young quarterback. They look like they got a team full of just pieces that don't really have an identity all the way. And yeah, I don't see that changing. And then the flip side, you think of the Chargers, physical, have an identity, proven quarterback, playmakers on defense, pissed off, all of the things that you want to throw in. And when I say pissed off, just because, you're not undefeated. Whenever you lose at any point in time, man, it carries on, right? You want to continue to stack victories. That's the whole mindset, the mantra. And we know that, man, the Chargers dropped a tough one to the Colts, man, just 2 weeks ago, right? So with that, though, man, I do like the Chargers to win this, man, and cover. They're favored by 8.5 points. But I think it's appropriate. No holds barred. I think it's appropriate, man. All right. Now we got Steelers and Colts, man. Colts coming into town, and the Steelers are home dogs. Roof, 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 roof. Minus 3 points at the Casa. Now, the Colts on paper, I do agree. I think that, it makes a lot of sense when you look at how they can run the ball, how they can throw the ball, the amount of points they're scoring on average, the consistency they're putting on tape. But, just call me the guy that has to just see. I'm Curious George at times, right? They always say, he going to whoop your tail. I'd be like, man, you sure? Hey, he nicer than you. You think so? Man, I think he gonna knock you out. Or it's only one way to find out, right? When can we find out, right? Hey, man, I'm gonna whoop you later. Why we gotta wait that long? Wait, what's wrong with right now? Like, I'm just, blaming. I don't know, but usually say blame it on the alcohol, but I ain't even drinking. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't know, but I'm just curious. I remember they told me the Vikings is gonna, take us behind the watershed and go BTA. That's belt to your horse, right? But I don't know. I'm curious. I've always been curious throughout my life. I've always been that guy, man. So, here we are. I'm around with the black and the go on this one, fellers and ladies. I won't discriminate. But yeah, man. So give me the Steelers +3, man. Let's get it how we live, man. Let's see what happens, man. Tyler, on the other hand, is using conventional wisdom. He's using logic. He's using reason. He's taking all the information and he's removing personal feelings and he's making an educated decision. And I do think if I was not as heavily a part of it and not as close to it, I could also take a similar approach. But it's just so hard for me to ever believe that they can't do it. Okay. And I'm speaking specifically to the spread, all right? Because we get 3 points, okay? So I just need to, just don't be in that range. I'm good. Okay? But that's how my energy it is. But like I said, for Tyler, he's taking the Colts. All right? So some people might say smart move, but I digress. Next up. Patriots hosting the Falcons, man. Patriots at the crib, -5.5 points, which, it's a decent amount, man. That means you got to win by a touchdown, realistically, 6 points. And yeah, I like the Patriots. Can't lie, man. The way Drake May is slinging it, the way they're running the football, the wide receivers, Booty and Diggs, right? Both of them dudes, man, being super productive. The defense is playing well, and Vrabel is coaching them dudes well, man. And then the flip side, when I think of the Falcons, I like Bijan. I like the offense. I like some of that, but I know that, yeah, man. Question about the quarterback situation, man. All right. Whether it's Cousins or if it's Penix coming back from injury, I just, I'm a little iffy on that one. So, yeah, I like the Patriots in that. But Tyler's rolling with Falcons. All right. He says the Falcons -5.5. So, we're going to see. We're going to see both that one. Okay. I haven't had enough time to see if I got, which Kirk Cousins version I get. Usually, Kirk at 1 o'clock is safe. The later it gets, the more you don't want to have Kirk, right? 425 is like worst case scenario. 8 o'clock or later, just don't do it. Don't do it, right? So 1 o'clock, typically I'm good, but this would be his second start. So if that is the case. And y'all know the lemon lime gang busting today. Come on, man. Stall me out. And I ain't gonna lie too, man. A good cold Gatorade just hit. It just quenches my thirst. Okay? Just quenches my thirst. When you research as much as I research on occasion, man, your throat get dry all the time. All right. Lips get dry. You got to stay hydrated. All right. You got to stay hydrated. Hydrate. So I'm always drinking water and I'm always looking for that cold, just Gatorade out the refrigerator. And it just, just chef's kiss. All right. So shout out to that. And hopefully y'all are digging what we on today. And if y'all hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel, baby. All right, but let's get back to the picks. Because we got Panthers traveling to Green Bay, and Green Bay heavily favored, 13.5 point favorites to be exact. So they got to win by 14 or more. I just seen Carolina get dog walked 40-9. I was watching it. And it was like the slow, efficient, just like run, play action, run, 10-yard pass, run. Oh, missed tackle, touchdown. It was a lot of that on the tape. And I think the Packers are going to also be able to do similar things that Buffalo did. Yeah, I like the Packers to win that and to cover that. Tyler is taking the more logical approach, and he's saying 13.5 points at the NFL level is a large spread. Teams typically don't get beat by 14. They barely get beat by double digits. So that he's taking into account, he's taking the Panthers in this matchup, at least from the points perspective. So I do dig that. And that's the fun part too, man. We're just talking about the spread or picking against it. It's easy to pick the winner or the loser in terms of just record-wise or who we think will win the game. But when you throw in them points, you got to account for, okay, yeah, that team is better, but we think that team is 6 points better. Do you agree? Or do you think that team is less than 6 points worse? You be like, dang, now that's a way different ask because I think they're going to lose. But do I think they're going to lose by more than 6? I don't know. So that's the fun part. That's what we do, man. All right. That's why we do what we do. All right. But let's keep the picks rolling. Okay. Because now we back out there with the boys in Denver, right? Denver Broncos traveling to Houston, face the Texans. Texans are favored at -1.5. Broncos coming off of a big victory versus the Cowboys, right? We saw how they was able to do it, but they also going to be without Pat Surtain the second, man, one of their best players, man, reigning defensive player of the year. And the Texans are tough, man. Texans just won. I think they just won last week. Excuse me. But the Texans, man, they play good ball, man. They know how to run it. They can throw it. They got good defense, man. And you know that they're going to be a tough team, man. CJ Stroud feels good. This is the battle of the young guys, right? But for me, I like the Broncos in this, man. I think that they're just playing with more confidence right now. I think the road that they've had to travel, the teams that they've had to overcome, I think has given them more belief. And, with the Texans, man, they kind of went through a little bit of rocky patch to start it off, man. We were like, yo, is it CJ Stroud? Is it the receivers? Is it the O-line? Like, what it is? And now they kind of figuring it out. But for me, man, I like the Broncos in this, and Tyler also agrees about the Broncos as well, man. So shout out for that one. Then from there, man, we back disagreeing again because we got the Bengals hosting the Bears. Joe Flacco's getting 3 points. Bengals +3 home dogs. Took one home dog earlier with the Steelers. Same scenario, 3 points. Now, I do feel like the Bengals match up a lot better with the Bears, but the flip side is the longer Flacco is out there and, this style of spamming Jamar Chase targets, the more that gets, shown on tape, I think the harder it will be to kind of defend against it. But you got a T. Higgins over there. And to me, I just think that that's enough to keep it close. And if you're getting 3 points, I think with Chicago, they're my young wild card team. Like, I think that they can, blow out the Bengals right now, but I also can see them losing to the Bengals because that's what happens when you got young people out there, especially at the leadership position, man, in terms of Caleb Williams and some of just the receivers and stuff. I don't feel like it's all the way matured just yet. It's a lot of moving pieces and parts over there. New head coach, also young guy, first-time head coach. To me, man, I think the Bengals will find a way to at least cover. All right. Bears might win it. I think the Bengals do win this, though, man. But I like the Bengals to at least cover this game, and they're getting 3 points. All right. Tyler on the flip side is going with the Bears. He's taking a safe pick. Nothing wrong with taking a safe pick, all right? But I think this one will come back to backfire. All right, we're gonna find out soon. All right, we're gonna have these games go by, and then we'll come back next week and be like, yeah, you might have been right on that one. Might have been right. But I feel confident in that one. If there's not any other pick, that's the one I think I feel the most confidence in. I'm 100% confident on it almost. Okay, 100% confident in it almost. But now let's talk, man, because we got Niners going West Coast to East Coast. Got to go to New York to face the Giants. Giants, not favorite, excuse me, on that one. Getting 2.5 points, man. So home dogs once again. And I've been rolling with the home dogs, but they going this where the buck stops. Can't do it this time. Absolutely not. Give me Mac. Give me the Niners. 2.5 points. They are favored by, so they got to win by 3 or more, but I think they get it done. Tyler agrees. Also, you have to remember, no Cam Scatterboo, man. No Cam Scatterboo. So to me, I think that is going to have an impact on just the team's overall swag, their morale. You talk about what Scatterboo brought to the table from a physicality standpoint, and that's, Jackson Dark's young running mate. Right. So it's like, man, you lose a piece of that. I think that's going to have too much of an impact. And that will stop the party train. All right. But I do like the Niners. Like I said, -2.5. So they will have to win by 3 points. We get another massive spread here, man. LA Rams hosting the New Orleans Saints. Saints having to go East Coast to West Coast. Rams favored by 14. Me and Tyler both agree. If Matthew Stafford is healthy and he's out there with Devontae Adams, we do not care about any of this other stuff. Puka Nacua, we do not care about all this other stuff. They can run the football. We do not care about all this other stuff. They got a D-line that can rush the passer. We do not care about all this other stuff, man. The Rams been to walk the dog on the daggone Saints, man. That's how I see it for sure. Then from there, Jags traveling to Vegas. Vegas, home dogs getting 3.5 points. Doesn't matter. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne. That's the crew. Little Travis Hunter. Maybe Brian Thomas Jr. will play well enough that I can put him back into my fantasy starting lineup, all right? Because the way he's been playing these past, couple weeks, I'm just like, yo, who are you? I don't get this. I thought that you're supposed to be consistent, man. You're a top guy. Not the case. I've had to sit him for a couple. All right. So hopefully, he can start turning the corner and give me a reason to put him back in the lineup. All right. But yeah, he's in timeout for a little bit. Okay. He's in timeout. But like I said, man, me and Tyler both agree. We want Jags -3.5. So they got to win by 4 points from there. A rarity. I got the Bills as underdogs. Bills getting 2.5 points as they host the Kansas City Chiefs at 425. Electric. This game always goes back and forth. We know this. Me and Tyler both are taking the Bills with the points, though, man. 2.5 points in this matchup. We know regular season wise, Josh Allen has won this matchup a lot, right? Put up crazy numbers a lot. They scored a lot of points in this process. The losses from Buffalo's standpoint versus the Chiefs have taken place in the playoffs. If this game was in the postseason, I think I take the other side in terms of the points, right? But in terms of regular season, stop playing with me, all right? You're going to have to show me first because I ain't seeing them lose that one too often, all right? No. I'm trying to be nice about it. I'm trying to be respectful about it. But if you know, you know. And what David Decker said, never doubt him. You never doubt Josh Allen. Pittsburgh Ty called him a smooth operator. I would agree also, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. I for sure would agree, okay? Makes me happy all the time. But definitely when I'm getting points with Josh, yeah, gotta roll with that one. Points with Josh Allen, gotta roll with that one. From there, and like I said, Tyler also agrees. From there, man, we have Seahawks traveling to the Commanders. The Commanders have been struggling as well, more health related than anything, and that doesn't like it's going to stop. The Seahawks, on the other hand, confident, physical, has a brand of ball that travels. They run the ball well, play action pass well, and play defense at a high level. Don't turn the ball over, aren't highly penalized, and that's why they're tough to beat. I like the Seahawks -3 on the road to take care of business versus the Commanders. Tyler also does as well. So should be good locked in there. Then we got Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys hosting the Cardinals. Cowboys are favored by 2.5 points. And initially,
I actually was gonna go with my alumni status and go with the Cardinals. I was like, I think Kyler Murray, he could sling that thing a little bit. The way he moves, we obviously don't know James Conner, Marvin Harrison Jr. up and down, but still can produce. The tight end, McBride, good player. And I was just like, man, I think the Cowboys can just score though. And when you can score, it just makes it challenging. It makes it very difficult to deal with. And I think they're gonna be able to score a lot in this one, or at least have the ability to play out in front, which is what the Cowboys want to do in terms of throwing that football, man. And I have to get too enamored with the defensive element of it. So for me and Tyler, we both take the Cowboys in this matchup, man. So shout out to us, man. But like I said, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. So as a whole, man, we are pretty locked in this week. We only have 4 differences, right? Like I said, man, I have the Steelers +3. He has the Colts. I have the Patriots -5.5. He has the Falcons. I have the Packers -13.5. He has the Panthers. And then I have the Bengals +3. And he has the Bears. So not a lot of funny business this week. So we're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of it. But I'm excited. But you guys let me know, man, what game, or picks. No, not even that. I was about to ask which game are you most looking forward to, but I know y'all better be saying the Steelers game. So outside, right, excluding the Steelers game, which game y'all kind of eyeing like, ooh, that's gonna be a fun one this week, man? What's the one that when y'all not watching the Steelers one, if you have to look around another one, what's that one for you this week? All right, let me know in the comment section, baby. And that's what I needed right there. Good Gatorade. Good Gatorade. Gatorade. H2O. Y'all remember that? Okay. I see the congregation popping up, letting me know how they feel this week. Oh, Bills and Chiefs for Jerry and Pittsburgh Steelers for life. I like that, man. That's gonna be a fire matchup. I'm ready for that one. Now I'm be on some TV while it's starting. Okay, but I'm gonna get the second half of that. Be right at the Casa, man. We feeling good about that. That's gonna be a good one though. Tito with the good vibes also says he's looking at Chiefs and Bills. I'm like, yo, I think I got 2 good matchups this week, man. Steelers, Colts. That's gonna be top notch, man. I get to learn a lot. I get to see if we are who I think we are versus one of the top teams in the AFC, at least record wise. But then Chiefs, Bills, whew, it don't get no more 5-star in that one, baby. Yes, indeed. And Rashawn, why you gotta do that? Don't you fight the feeling? Talk about unfortunately Chiefs and Bills. It's not unfortunate. It's fortunate, baby. We talking about 2 of the best. 2 of the best with elite quarterback play as well, right? The MVPs, right? Because it's 2 MVP, like league MVPs in that matchup too, man. So whenever you get a chance to watch 2 league MVPs, you got to get excited about that one. I see you also, Mr. Mike Hood. You also tapping into Chiefs and Bills. Okay, all right. I'm just throwing it out there, man. It's looking like everybody liking that one. Okay, all right. Even Leah Warren. Shout out to Leah. She says, yo, Chiefs and Bills looking like the only good game. That's what I'm saying, man. I feel like that's the one, right? I feel like that for sure is the one. But we also got Tito with the good vibes. He says Denver and Houston will be a good one. I can see that, man. Denver, like I said, man, they're the young team that's trying to show they're mature. They're trying to show that they're proven, or trying to prove that they are capable of some of the expectations that they've put upon themselves. Houston, you could say similar case, man. Based off 2 years ago, the way that CJ Stroud started it off was one way. We know obviously last year how it ended. So now it's like, okay, well, what's the variation? Who are they? We're going to find that out also, man. But I also say, man, Houston defensively, like I said, man, Will Anderson, they could get after it, man. So I am excited to see that one, man. I can get behind that. And, still in the AFC, man, when you're talking about Denver and Houston, man, teams that we're going to potentially see in the postseason. So I could definitely respect that, man. Now, Rashawn says the reason why he hates the fact that it's Chiefs and Bills is because I have to find myself rooting for the Bills in this situation. first off, it's not a bad thing to root for the Bills in any situation, all right? But I get what you're implying. Just think of the Bills as servants of the Lord. All right. We don't want the Chiefs to win another Super Bowl because then they're going to start talking about they trying to catch up to us, right? We don't want the Chiefs to continue to be dominant because then we got to hear about Mahomes. We got to hear about, Taylor Swift's fiance, Travis Kelce, proposing to Taylor Swift because it's Taylor Swift who's engaged to Travis Kelce and she sits in the box like every game. It doesn't matter home or away, but it's Taylor Swift and it's life of a showgirl. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, if they keep winning, we're gonna keep hearing about that. And I know y'all don't like that. They got a Lifetime movie. I know you seen the Lifetime movie, right? Andy Reid out the big red in the building, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got that. So if the Bills don't do the Lord's work, if the Bills don't take care of business, then that's what you got to deal with. You sure you want to deal with that? You don't want to deal with that, Rashawn. You do not want to deal with that. So it is not a negative. It's a positive, baby. It's a positive. Glass half full, right? Hey, you see an empty Gatorade bottle. I see room for space and opportunity and potential for greatness. You see that right there? That's how we doing it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. But yeah, it looks like a lot of y'all are tapping in, man. Looking forward to that Chiefs-Bills game, man. Okay. Let's say, because I feel like Tito was the only one to mention a different one. I can dig it, though, man. I can definitely dig it. Hey, yo, Mr. Mike Hood, shout out to you. I do remember this. He's like, yo, remember the commercial? It was a candy bar commercial. It absolutely was, where the guy paints chefs, LOL. I always call them the chefs. Yes, man. I remember that, man. It was, I want to say it was a Snickers. It was like a chocolate, something chocolate, man. But for sure, dude's walking through that thing, man, painting the thing, and he does a great job. Andy Reid comes out, he's like, nice. Or no, it wasn't Andy Reid, but whoever the dude was, he's like, yo, nice. Well, who are the chefs? And he was like, oh, but I want to say it was a Snickers. I want to say it was like, yo, you hungry? Wow, wait, eat a Snickers. Because my man definitely painted his tail off and forgot the eye. I'm like, brother man, that's tough. Yeah. All right, shout out to Rashawn. He's also said, yeah, it was Snickers, man. It was a Twix. All right, but I said I knew it was one. I knew it was a chocolate joint, man. All right. It's for sure a chocolate. That's what we do know. Okay. So respect on that, man. But yeah, man, I think we got some good games this weekend, though, man. I'm excited for them, man. Any of y'all, let's see. Because I was gonna ask about the collegiate games. If y'all have any game that's standing out to y'all there that you're gonna be tapping into. Let me see, because I didn't even look at that just yet. Oops, wrong button. All right, now I'm back. Right button. There it is. Hey. Shout out to Mike Hood. Steelers game is the only 5-star matchup for him. And I'm with you, all right? And it's always a 5-star matchup because the Steelers are in it. You better believe it, fella. You better believe it. But let me see, man. What do we have on the college football docket this week that's worth wow? All righty. Yeah, because let's see who has the big games this weekend. Got number 25 Memphis at Rice on Friday night. We do got a showdown this week. We got Ohio State versus Penn State this week. Yeah. Let's see, man, how Penn State is still going to be able to fare. We know, obviously, they had to make some swaps out at the head coaching spot. We know quarterback-wise, they're a little down morale-wise, but this is always a big game, all right? So let's see, can Penn State find a way to make it interesting? Ohio State's favored by 20.5. Just throwing it out there. TaNeisha might be excited about this next one, though, man. Vanderbilt, number 9, Vanderbilt at number 20, Texas. Y'all know she diehard Texas, Arch Manning and company over there. That'd be interesting, though, man. Texas is favored in that one, too, man. But Vanderbilt's been tough this year, though, man. Vanderbilt's been playing well, so I do like that, man. But, yeah, okay. That'd be an interesting one. Let me see. I'm going to probably look at a little bit of that Miami versus SMU. Okay, that's a vibe of a game. Let me see. South Carolina at Ole Miss. Shout out to my man Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin is funny, man. I like Lane Kiffin a lot. I can see why players like him, man. I can see why. Like, he talks smack, but he got juice though, man. And he know what he doing. He know what he doing, man. He be winning. He be winning. He's competitive as heck. But I can see why people like Lane, man. Lane, cool, man. I like Lane. All right. For sure, I like Lane, man. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a good one though, man. Good old Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, South Carolina, John, my man Lenore Sellers. So let's see what that looks like. And I watched Lenore Sellers last week too, man. I'm torn though, man, because at first I felt like versus early in the year I was super excited about watching them, and now the more I watch them, I'm like, yo, you still are a little bit more runner than traditional playmaker with the arm. Just from, when I'm watching them out there, it's like you're making plays, you're keeping your team in it, you're productive, but it looks like those plays stem almost like exclusively at times from your legs. And then when you're in the pocket, you just kind of like sitting back there and you're not seeing it. Or maybe it's not coming open, but from the vantage point, it's just like, the more and more I'm seeing it, that's a tough one. Same with Maytier. I'm like, man, I was liking Maytier a lot. He didn't came back from his injury, and I'm like, dude, right there. Come on, baby. Come on. Don't do me like this, man. All right. Don't you do me like this. But I digress. Hopefully, they'll get that thing figured out. All right. Them quarterbacks. Because, yeah, I'm over here like, Rodgers, just stay young. Okay. Stay young, Rodgers, because I'm going to need you to come back. Let me see what other games look juicy. Ooh, Oklahoma, number 18, Oklahoma at number 14, Tennessee. That should be a good one for sure. That should be a good one, man. Tennessee's been tough this year, too, man. Could play defense, could run the ball, got a little pass rush situation down there, too. But Oklahoma, John Maytier, I'm trying to tell you, man. Hopefully he could do something to improve his credit, because, boy, right now, not so much. Not so much, right? But let me know, man. Let me know what games y'all are looking forward to. Said, man, this upcoming week. Let's see. Ooh, Tito with the good vibe says Oklahoma versus Tennessee is the game that he's going to be tapping into. Like I said, that's going to be a good one, man. He's also eyeing Vandy versus Texas. Like I said, man, I'm calling that the TaNeisha game, man. Like I said, anytime I see Texas, anytime I see Colorado, TaNeisha, man, that's her squads, man. She be locked in. She watching them, man. But, yeah, Vanderbilt's been tough, though, man. Like, Vandy and Georgia Tech. I'm like, yo, y'all are the non-football schools that are like doing a lot of weird, good football stuff this year, man. Knocking off teams, quarterbacks playing well, defenses playing well, winning big games. Like, yeah. That's one of the ones, man. That's one of the ones. So that'd be a good one, though, man. And yeah, T-Ren, no Bama this week. It don't feel right. I like watching Bama. I just like how they look when they show up, man. Always. All right. Let's see. Who else has Notre Dame is at Boston College. I ain't trying to see that. Number 2, Indiana at Maryland. We ain't trying to see that. Let's go. Indiana's favored by 21.5. I was about to say, I knew it had to be something crazy. But because they're gonna beat the heck out of Maryland, man. Oh, man, let's see. West Virginia traveling to Houston. Houston, number 22. Nice. Who got this week, man? Let me see what the local brigade is doing, right? Because we got UNC versus Syracuse Friday night. Shout out to my Friday night janky games, man. It's on Halloween. We are not trying to watch any of this on Halloween, bro. It's going to be a disaster. All right, I'm actually out there trick-or-treating with the little fellas. All right, shout out to my little guy. But yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh, now Brandon Griffin says Ohio State is set up to win it all again. You think so? Because, man, remember Ohio State, man, that Michigan loss, man, had a lot of people feeling like, yo, it was done. It was a wrap for them boys. But college football playoff definitely did them a favor, man. They got a lined up on the right side of that bracket, matched with some good teams, like in their favor, good teams. And yeah, they definitely did what they were supposed to do. But I don't necessarily think that it's set up for them to win. I think that, man, Oregon is still going to be a tough outfit. Indiana looks like they're going to be a tough outfit. Let's see. Who else do we see getting in there? Bama's gonna be in that conversation. They always a tough team to deal with, man. Miami, I can see them finding their way into that thing as well. Like I said, man, I don't think Ohio State got it as easy this go around as last time, man. I feel like there's still a team I'm missing or leaving off. Oh man. Yeah. But either way, though, man, either way, that's gonna be a vibe. Absolutely going to be a vibe. Let me check the clock to see how much time we have before TaNeisha gets on. Oh, about 5:11. Okay. Perfect. We just progressing right along, man. Doing what we supposed to do. Now, Mike Hood, don't you do me like that. All right, I ain't gonna get on your Buckeyes. I feel good about your Buckeyes. All right, I think y'all playing really well. Okay, all things considered, y'all playing way better than the teams that we're talking about a lot more this offseason, right? So keep up the good work. Heck yeah. Now we gotta see if y'all gonna beat Michigan. All right, that's what it all comes down to. Did you beat Michigan tonight? All right, y'all know the game is coming up. Because some people say they'd rather have beaten Michigan than win a national championship. That's what some people say. I don't know if you say that, but that's what some people say. Okay, so you got to get Michigan. Go blue. No, go blue. Beat that school up north. I mixed that up. I'm sorry. You know, I'm team OH. IO. All right, that's how I roll. Okay, I'm rolling with them guys. Okay. Ooh, you call Indiana a pretender? Well, you see what they did to Oregon? Can they be pretenders with what they did to Oregon? Oh no, that's kind of tough. Nah. And X Concepts, man, you did not miss the interview, man. James Pierre had to reschedule. All right, so we are going to reschedule the interview with him, man. All right, the first one was on me. This one was on him. All right, but he communicated. He let us know. All right, so all good, but we will be getting that rescheduled. All right, I even had to stop because we were doing the whole texting back and forth trying to get dates and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, I can't do all this while we here, But yeah, man, that is going to get rescheduled though. All right, so do want to throw that out there, but that is what happened, man, with Pierre. All right, so just want to throw that out there. But let's see. Where do we want to? Was there anyone else drops in that college? Oh, I didn't even see this one from Tito. Cincinnati at Utah. Cincinnati versus Utah. Bro, I haven't even watched either of them this year. Actually, where's that game at? Let me see. Cincinnati versus Utah. Where? Oh, number 17, Cincinnati versus number 24, Utah. I actually didn't even peep that both were ranked. Utah is favored by 10.5, too. Okay. Oh, that's because the game is in Utah. Weird place to play. I like that, though. I can definitely see that. Okay. I can see that. And trust me, David Decker, that's why I don't want to watch. That's why I don't want to see this on Friday night. He says, Moats, you know what is scarier than Halloween? Bill Belichick record at North Carolina for sure. I'm like, yo, why are you putting this on TV? I know y'all are already screwed because it was predetermined, but man, y'all need to put him on ESPN Plus. We are not trying to watch that, man. That does not need to keep me in the primetime game, even though I did kind of, watch that nonsense last time when it was in overtime. I'm like, oh. Nope, they still suck. Yep, they still suck. But like I said, I was bored. That ain't the case this week. It's Halloween on Friday, okay? I'll be working in dad mode. Parental vibes, okay? Can't wait. Speaking of, man, what y'all got vibing on this weekend, man? Y'all doing a Halloween thing? Who's trick-or-treating, all right? Whether you're chaperoning, whether you're going to a Halloween party, heck, maybe you just want to dress up. But if you are, what's your costume selection, man? Let me know in the comment section. Like I said, we got about 15-ish. I don't even know it's full 15, man. That's why I didn't want to go to the next thing all the way because TaNeisha be popping on early sometimes, all right? But let me know in the comment section, though, man. What y'all doing for Halloween? Because we ain't gonna be up here later on this week, all right? That's what I'm gonna see y'all, boys, all right? But let me know, because over here, I'm gonna be all the way in that thing, all right? I'm dressed up. I'm ready to roll. Little guy locked in. Baby girl, she ready to roll. She costumed out. My college girl, I'm like, yo, babe, you got 30 different Halloween costumes, 30 different Halloween parties. Holy smokes, all right? Holy smokes. But she's doing good. She's loving the social element of it, and she's taking care of the academics too, okay? So shout out to my baby girl, my oldest baby girl, okay? But yeah, we down for the Halloween gang over here, okay? I see you, Tyrone. I see you. My man say, I'm giving out candy. Hey, don't be giving out that wheat candy either, all right? None of that healthy treat stuff. We want full-size candy bars, full-size Skittles, man, not them little itty-bitty. Oh, here, take a Tootsie Roll. You be like, hey, bro, that's it? That's it? Can I get two? No, I'm messing with you, man. All right, hey, give what your heart desires to give, okay? But I do digs that, man. Pittsburgh Tidy says, yo, Halloween is the only holiday that he puts full energy into decorating. Now I could dig that. And that is the cool part too. I feel like Christmas, you see people go all out with decorating, putting lights up, stuff like that. But Halloween is another one of those ones, man, where you'll see a lot of people do it right. And man, I know up here locally, man, some of the houses, the way that they go out, some of the money that they spend on the decoration, you're like, yo, y'all are amazing. The extra oversized large skeletons that you see, all the different pumpkin designs and jack-o'-lanterns and all that stuff, man. I think it's pretty daggone dope, man. So yeah, I likes that right there, baby. I likes that. Okay. Hey, respect, Tyrone. Respect. He says, yo, I be getting the big bag. All the good stuff. That's how it's gotta be. Now it's gotta be. Now, Black Magic, talk to me here, man. You said you stopped celebrating holidays. Why is that? Why you stop celebrating holidays, man? Did you too much of an adult to celebrate the holiday? What's going on, man? Because I feel like, man, you always gotta celebrate the holiday, bro. I'll be excited. The only thing that I don't like about Halloween is you actually still got to go and like go to school and go to work on that day. I wish it was like one of them federal ones, all right? Where it's like, yo, whole day off. Don't worry about it. Banks closed, okay? Banks closed, schools closed. We won't get that lucky just yet, all right? But man, I'm trying to tell you, man, come on, you can't just be stop it. You can't just be over here like, no, I don't want to celebrate the holidays. Man, you better celebrate all these holidays, man. All right? Celebrate them all and have fun with them. Besides, it's light, it's easy. Now, Kenneth Mosa, he gonna be on that road, head back to the 757 from DC. Safe travels to you as well, then, man. Let's get it. All right, but let me take a sip of this other Gatorade. Got a super that just came in here, so we'll get that. And then, like I said, we got about 10-ish minutes tops before we are joined by TaNeisha from @ReallyFlawedFootball, so we can rock out with victory formation and preview this Steelers versus Colts matchup. Shout out to that Glacier Cherry today also. If you know, you know. Glacier Cherry, baby. Let's see. All right, so shout out to Tons of Fun showing love. He says, yo, what will help the defense? Or you still everything is okay mode? Man, I always love your positivity, Tons of Fun. You are the most fun person that I know, Tons of Fun. How about you tell me what you think would help the defense, and I'll just agree with you so that way you can feel good. Is that fun? No? Oh, all right, never mind. But to me, man, it's the same thing I've already told you. You got to tackle. You have to be on the same page communication-wise, man. Star players that you pay for actually have to play well. That's how it goes, man. That's the energy with it. Like I said, it's not anything mystical. It's not anything that hasn't been said by me and a lot of other people. But the execution of it, that's the real question. Can you do it and do it consistently? Like being fun, right? If you're tons of fun, but you're not fun every single time, people go look at you like, yo, you ain't really fun. Why you got the name Tons of Fun? Like the highest paid defense, right? If you got the highest paid defense, but you don't consistently stop people, you don't consistently make tackles, people go look and be like, hey, bro, what's wrong with this defense, man? Why this defense ain't doing that, right? So think of it the same way, okay? But that's really what it is, though, man. They got to be more consistent, man. Got to be more consistent. But that's my energy, you know? Not once if I said everything is okay, but I get it, though. If, you know, you like to roll with your narrative, enjoy it, baby. I'm having fun. Hopefully you are as well, though. All right. Hey, Chris Hobson, you already know. He says, yo, I've been telling you for a year. That's the one. You can't go wrong with it, man. You can't go wrong with it. Let's get it. I like it.
And let's see. Hey, shout out to Black Magic. I'm on everything is okay mood with Mr. Boats. Oh, no. Everything is always good because shoot, why wouldn't it be good? First off, baby, you're 4-3. When that changes, when they have their losing season, great. Then all of the negative people can have their parade and we will celebrate together, right? But when they up and they win, it's like, bro, save the negative for what is actually time to be negative, right? I'm tons of positivity because there's plenty to be positive about. When it's time to be tons of negativity, I give you all of that, which you already know. But I'm also not going to do it just because that's what the congregation does, right? Because that's lame to me. To me, it's like, yo, if you stand on it, stand on it. Man, I have my facts of why I feel how I feel. And it's not meant for everybody to understand either because we got different experiences, man. If you've never experienced what I've experienced throughout my years of living, your experience is going to differ and your perspective is going to differ, which means the way that you know, process certain things or see certain things is going to change. Nothing wrong with that at all, baby. Nothing wrong. And that's why I love people because we all snowflakes, man. Everybody is different. That one right there thinks this is brilliant. This one right there is like, no, that's brilliant. And then you got me over here like, oh Lord, what is all this, man? So that's the gorgeous part about it, man. But shout out to life, though, man. Shout out to life. Let's see who else we got in the building. All right. Oh, Justin Gordon. He says, hot take. Baker Mayfield would have won a Super Bowl in Pittsburgh by now. After the clowns trashed them. Tomlin makes QBs better. Give the man his props. You know, I also agree with that, man. Just in the sense of the style of quarterback that Baker is, the production, the consistency that he has had. You also look at the dollar amount that he's been attached to throughout his career, and you look at some of the defense that he's had and all of those factors, some of the teams that we've had in our process post Big Ben. It's like, yeah, man, we've had some pretty high-end defenses at various points in times. Now, we know it hasn't always been perfect, but part of that has also been due to the strain of the lack of production and consistency from the quarterback. So I can see that part, but at the same time, there is no guarantees. We don't get to just be like, oh yeah, if we would have had him here, it all would have worked out. We don't know that because what else would have changed, right? But to me, though, Baker is a heck of a quarterback, though, and you're seeing it. And it wasn't just in Tampa, it wasn't just in Cleveland. You can see even when he went through that limbo of Carolina to, I think it was LA, and I forgot where after LA, it might have just went to Tampa. But it's like, man, this dude, he has a certain style of play that when he has time, he can hurt you. He has a big arm, man. He's accurate and he's confident as heck, man. So shout out to the homie Baker, though, man. All right. Mike Hood. Shout out to Mike Hood. He says, Mr. Moats, salute you, brother. Ohio State is 17-5 versus the team up north since 2000. But they think they own us after 3 in a row. Bring it. I stand by Indiana University is a pretender. Shout out to you, Mike Hood, first off, for standing on them boys being pretenders. Because I'm like, yo, you look tough right now, man. Mendoza, Signetti, they got the boys looking nice. And they actually play consistent. Like, they show up every time. Like, if they supposed to blow you out, they blowing you out. And if they supposed to win, they still gonna win. It's like, yo, they look good, man. They look real good. But I like your energy. I like your confidence, baby. I definitely do. And that's actually interesting. I did not know Ohio State was 17-5 versus that team up north since 2000. I knew that y'all were dominating the recent series, and that was one of the knocks on Michigan. But wowzers. Did not know that. But yeah, they did get the last 3. Harbaugh got them boys fired up, man. Yeah, that's what's going on, man. Actually, no. I don't think Harbaugh got you. I don't think he did. I thought it was just my new dude, but he might have got 1. I could be off on that, right? But I definitely could dig it though, man. I like your energy on it there, baby. For sure. I like your energy on that. Let's get it, man. Jesus. But yeah, man. So I got a couple of minutes left before we get joined by the one and only TaNeisha. Oh, tons of fun. You and your feelings now, man. Don't do me like that. Guess I'm not one to hear. Peace out. Like I said, man, I appreciate you. Tons of fun. I just thought that you was more fun than that, man. You're being a Debbie Downer right now, though, man. It's no bueno, man. It's no bueno. Gotta have good energy. Good energy, all right? Good energy. So that way it's reciprocated. When you throw out negative energy and then it comes back to you, then you take it personal. Don't take it personal, man. This is just talk, it's entertainment, it's fun, man. So enjoy. Be tons of fun. All right? Jeez. Let's get it. And yeah, man. I do like Cincinnati because of that, but not all the way because of that. All right. But that is what I like. More so because the Bama part, right? You talk about Cincinnati, man. He spent time with Nick Saban, and I like Nick Saban's approach. I like the ability to come out and preach physicality, preach the little discipline things, preach the fact that it's less about these outside variables and more about guys doing their job, not looking for excuses, not looking for somebody to save them. Guys going out there and working to get what they want. That's why I like Cincinnati, because that's what Saban preaches. It's not the quick fix. It's not we're looking to point fingers. What does he call the media? Right? Rat poison. Because the media gonna praise you, hype you up when it feels good to them, and then they're gonna talk so bad about you when they feel inconvenienced or any form of discomfort. That gets old, right? But it also can have a negative impact if you allow it to hype you up or put you down in the dumps. So that's why you gotta operate with your own level of confidence. You have to operate with your own level of self-belief and mentally put yourself where you want to be. So that's why I like Cincinnati. That's why I like Saban more so than any specific like school they were at. It's more so just the belief. And that's the thing that I relate to, because I also take that similar approach, man. I'm that type of guy that is always positivity. Why? Because I'm alive. If you're alive, that means you have a chance. If you have a chance, that means you can change it. But if you just give up, if you just quit, then it's like, hey, man, hey, who would have thought that the 10th door would have been the answer? That would have been the one that has everything you're looking for, but you stopped on door 7 because you were frustrated, because you were tired. It didn't happen on your time, your schedule. It's like, bro, that ain't cool. You missed out on opportunity. And that's the thing when we get into these seasons. It's like, yo, we sitting at 4-3, but people already jump off the ship. They're like, hey, it's too much adversity for them. It's not fun enough because they're not winning enough. And it's like, bro, you're in the middle of it. Like, sometimes you got to go through it. But that's what helps you appreciate it more. If it was easy, hell, everybody would do it. Nobody would care about it. But when you actually got to go through it, when you actually have to make sacrifice, when you actually have to care about it to the point that, hey, it isn't always perfect, but dang it doesn't matter because I care about it that much. I'm going to keep sticking with it, regardless of how it makes me feel on this day versus how it makes me feel after a win. That's the way to be successful. That's the way to keep it going. So that's why I have all the optimism that you hear me speak of whenever it's this team specifically, because I know what that is. But I also know the makeup of the men there. So that's that. Whereas, as I said, you hear me say it plenty of times, man, everybody doesn't have the same level of experience with that. So their level of confidence and belief isn't as concrete. And I can't fault people for that. And it's not a negative that is the case. That's just the beautiful part of people, though, man. The duality, right? When we talk about the snowflakes, right? When we talk about them different examples. So that's what that is, man. But yeah, man, I never want people to take it personal. And that's the thing, though. It's like, yo, this is sports. Like, at the end of the day, sports. Who cares? At least from my perspective, it's a sport, right? And when I say who cares, if you lose, you don't die. That's what I mean. Who cares, right? It's certain things in life where it's like, hey, bro, that's a life or death, right? Hey, man, you're on trial. If you get this wrong, you're going to prison for 50 years. That's totally different. This is sports. And for all of us specifically, it's like, I ain't playing out there Sunday. Y'all ain't playing out there Sunday. So let's yeah, let's have fun with it. That's, like I said, the mentality that I have with it, though, man. So hopefully everybody can enjoy it as well. I understand that it's just football, baby. It's things that you get serious with in life. This ain't one of them, though. Not from my perspective, at least, man. And I'm a dude who did it for 9 years professionally. Committed to it since I was 4 years old. Don't think a lot of us got more of that commitment than me in that space. With all due respect, all right? So that's the part where I'm just like, yeah, man, it's just ball. So have fun, man. Have fun. But let's go. All right. And Leah, there is nothing wrong with down on the inside. Trust me, man. It's not fun when you lose. But if you down on the inside, what happens when we win? Keep it family friendly, though, all right? Keep it family friendly. But you catch my drift, though, all right? So that's the part where it's like, yo, and this is why you hear me say what I say. You celebrate victories. Why? Because when you lose, everything feels bad, right? You got to go through how many days of it feeling doom and gloom when you lose. When you win, if you come up here after a win and you act like, oh man, we're holier than thou. Oh, we won, but it wasn't pretty enough. It wasn't to our liking. It's like, all right, that sound cool until you actually have a reason to feel like that. And then everybody get, their panties in a bunch. That's the part where it's like, yo, balance, man. It's a proper balance in life, man. In life is the balance, man. All right. And with this, you got to understand it's the same thing. So it's like, man, the next time we win, and y'all hear me come up here and I'm all super excited, I'm positive, and I'm talking good about the guys. Just remember, this is why, all right? Because clearly, we appreciate the heck out of these losses way more, man. We carry them losses heavily. But it's like, yo, you better also remember what it feels like to win, right? It's the most competitive league in all the professional sports. The hardest league to win in. You look at the turnover from the coach's standpoint, look at the turnover from a roster standpoint. The facts are what the facts are. All right. So that is why you hear me speak when I speak. Thank you, Dadon Hefequan. We only won because of Boz. That's the one. That's the one. We only won because of Boz. Yeah, you know what I mean? And shout out to Tons of Fun. You're right. I am negative, especially after a loss. I know. And you also at times could not be as positive following victories. But you see, that's the duality of it, man. It's all right to be negative after a loss, but make sure you also spend the block to be positive after a win. Otherwise, people are going to say you're just biased. You only are looking for a reason to be negative. You're only looking for a reason to not be happy, right? And you're not a biased person in the sense of wanting to be negative. No, you're a biased person in the sense of your tons of fun. That's why your name is Tons of Fun. Otherwise, you would have said tons of not fun. We said tons of fun. So I thought that you was going to be biased in the fun category, not biased in the what isn't working out category. You know what I mean? But everybody is different with that. And that's the beautiful part of it, man. I told you that. But yeah, man, you got to enjoy when your squad wins. Because otherwise, it's plenty of reasons to be pissy, to be in your feelings, to be upset, right? And this ain't just tons of fun. This is everybody that, operates with more of a pessimistic perspective on the squad. You want to make sure that, hey, man, if this is where we go with it, yeah, man, it can get real dark. Get real dark. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that, man. Nobody. But shout out to y'all. And if you're enjoying yourselves, man, hit that like button one time for the culture. And don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. But I will say this, though, man. Shout out to you, Tons. If I do see you over here dropping memberships, man, that's what? 6 different memberships. I wish I could see who the specific people were. But either way, man, I appreciate the love. And it's always respect also. But to those individuals, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And there we go. He says, have a happy Halloween, everyone. There we go. There we say, happy Halloween. That'll work right there. That's fun. Tons of fun. Come on, man. I knew you had it in you. All right. Happy Halloween. You even dropped the pumpkin emoji. I like that, man. Okay. Fun. And you're going to have even more fun when we beat the Colts this week. All right. Think about after the Colts victory, right? How much more fun that's going to be for not just you, for me, for all of us, man. But when we lose, this is the vibe. I get it. Trust me, I do. But through, 8 weeks now? It's been 4 games that have been wins, 3 that have been losses. I just don't feel like we've had the same level of love and positivity with the 4 wins as we had with these 3 losses. Boy, that's all I'm saying, man. So I get it. I know that this is the way that you're supposed to be because this is what they say to be like this in all them books that we read. It's like you got to, be super negative or really focus on what we're doing wrong because we can't be complacent. Not necessarily super negative, but just can't be complacent. I get all of that, man. But day going, man, do we ever live in a state where it's okay to enjoy success? Like in general, is that like a thing, or is it like am I like the outlier with that? Because I feel like I be enjoying the success, and people be looking at me like I'm crazy. Dang, most it ain't that good. I be like, yo, why it ain't that good? Why it ain't? You know how hard it is to get a win in life and just in general, right? We think about when we talk about wins in life. We talk about whether it's a financial gain, whether it's the new job, whether it's the person you're trying to date, right? All these different things. It's like, bro, life be hard at times. Why the heck we want to like just focus and spend more of our mind and attention on the negative versus like when the good stuff happens? Like, I don't know. I'd be like, if something positive, I would have gravitated to the positivity. I would have looked at that. Like, that's more fun. That to me is enjoyable. Would that want to just be around? No, man, we won, but it wasn't good enough. Oh, we won, but it was only about this many points. Oh, we won, but it was just this just happens. Like, nah, that ain't no, because you can see what it's like when you lose, man. You see what it's like. But you know what? Tito with the good vibe sums it up. So I'll make sure I'll make sure I give you your credit. I ain't gonna take your credit. He says life experiences changes your perspectives about things. And I think that's real, man. I definitely think that's real. Because I for sure have had me some life experiences, some awesome, excellent, just out of this world. And then I've had somewhere it's like, God dang, this is a triple decker, just absolute shiznit sandwich that I gotta eat, and it ain't even cold. This is yucky. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I think that is for sure why I have the appreciation that I have on life. Not even just the Steelers, just be on life, man. Because I'd be like, whew, yeah, man. This wow. This wow. But that's how life be, man. That's how life be. And Tom J, man, trust me, ain't no mushy talk. It's life talk, man. Because, we come up here every week. If we win, man, it wasn't good enough. If we lose, y'all doom and gloom it to the death, So every once in a while, man, you got to put it in perspective. Sometimes you got to do that. And shout out to Tons of Fun. Not even on some weird stuff. Just shout out to Tons of Fun. He opened up the opportunity for the conversation to go here. So that's the positive part with it, man. Because we was talking about how, yeah, man, it's life, right? But life is one thing where you got serious stuff, and then you have football where it's like entertainment. So we just had to make sure that we understood where that was, man. That's all that was, man. And shout out to Leah. See, Leah, she know what time we on. She said, yo, we a diverse podcast. All right. If you don't know, now you know. I mean, look at our guest. Okay. We used to not be very diverse. You used to just be a two-man outfit, me and the homie Deke, right? But since Deke had grew his wings and he graduated on us, we have become ultra super diverse. What? Have we not? Between Mark, between TG, between TaNeisha, between Tyler, you got the Dom in the building. What? Diversity. Okay. That's the blast, though, man. So we like to have fun with it, man. But that's the vibe. That is the vibe. Oh, and I do like this too, Mike Hood. My man says, I'm a competitor in everything. Maybe not a good trait. I hate to lose. No. Don't minimize that. I mean, not minimize it. Don't look at that as a negative, because it's for sure not. You talk about competitive. I'm one of the most competitive people you will ever come across, man. But at the same time, you, just like in anything in life, have to understand how to have balance. If I walked around in my I hate to lose mentality, which is, you think of your life and what you had to do to make sure you win, right? I know what I've done at times. It's like, yeah, man, I know what that is. But at the same time, you have to have a balance, man. Because if I'm as competitive as I was when I was playing professional football and I take that into this household, oh, bro, we're going to have a rough go. And I experienced that when I first got done playing. I came into the house with wifey. I'm like, hey, babe, hey. This is how we do this. All right. We got to be the best. And I'm over here like, oh, you think you can make breakfast and meals better than me? No, I'm the best. I compete at everything. I'm gonna do your job better than you can do your job. It's like, yo, bro, that ain't what you want. So you got to balance it out. All right. So competition is not wrong, but balance. Balance. All right. Shout out. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. And Tom J, man, I do agree. The tension definitely needs to be high in our secondary. And for sure, man, I think it is, though, man. All right. I think it is, man. When you start bringing in new pieces, you get uncomfortable. You be over here like, all right, Kyle Dugger, wait a minute now. You're a starter. All right. What you doing here? Hey, you got paid nicely last year. What are you doing here, man? Okay. So that is absolutely how that works, man. So them dudes should be feeling tension the same way. Tyler for the 334 says tensions are high in the Steelers fan base. It's like that sometimes too. All right. It's like that. All right. When you're passionate about it, though, man, that's how it's supposed to be. And that's why, I get Tons of Fun's, perspective in the sense of, yeah, man, he wants it to be perfect. He wants it to be more consistent. He wants the wins and he wants clarity. He wants information. He wants it now. But just like in life, man, things don't always happen when we want, and they might not always happen in the way that we perceive them to. But
you still look up and it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's like, yo, we're still sitting at 4-3 right now. Like, still first in the division right now. Does that mean that's going to change, or excuse me, does that mean that's going to stay the same and not change 4 weeks from now? No, we don't know that. I'm not saying that, but we also don't know that it's not going to change either. So it's like, we can't jump to the conclusion while you're just in week 9. And that's always my stance, man. And I feel like that's the disconnect at times when we get up here, man. It's like, yo, y'all be ready to jump to week 17, fire this guy, cut that guy, trade this dude. It's like, I get all that, but it was just 2 weeks ago. We won't say that. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how good we were. Like 2 weeks ago, we were talking about we about to run, we about to get some space in this thing. Now 2 weeks later, it's like, yo, he sucks. That's trash. This is bad. Y'all are terrible. I don't know what to do. I'm like, hey, bro, I don't make excuses. I just give you my perspective on it, man. That's it. Sheesh. Because like I say all the time, man, if it gets to the point where, yeah, the season is ended and the record reflects, it's like, yo, you'll hear it. Yeah, fire this guy, fire that coach, hold this guy accountable. But y'all be wanting that when it ain't time for that. When it ain't time for that, you just look kind of crazy at times, when you jump the gun. All right. So we ain't gonna jump the gun. That's all. We ain't trying to jump the gun. But I do see the face that I needed to see. So now I can go have me some fun. Okay. Because I want to have fun. Y'all be over here talking serious at times. And I get it. Shout out to the serious ball talkers. All right. Shout out to the serious people in life. Okay. But I don't be serious like that all the time. I'm sorry. I'm not a serious person. Unless I want to be serious. And I don't want to be serious right now. I want to talk to TaNeisha right now. So you know what, man? Let me get her ready. Let me get her up here. Y'all know what time it is, man. We are joined right now by TaNeisha from
Hi.
Football. Shout out to you. How are you doing today?
Let me make sure my mic is working. Let me make sure my mic is working. I think this probably sounds a little better.
That sounds better right there. Yeah, now we good.
I am here to represent diversity, okay, on this channel. That is what I'm here to represent. Okay? Diversity on this channel. So welcome, everyone. If you haven't seen me, here I am. Also, I am here for the fun because Moats is like, I know I'm about to have fun when I talk to her. Because let me tell you something. We are going to laugh. We are going to have a good time. This is football. Football is fun. And even when you lose, we're still winning because we still get to enjoy the sport. Our bodies aren't at rest. Nothing like we get to. This is like enjoyment. So like enjoy it. I feel like I just feel like I had therapy for like a solid 10 minutes while I was waiting for my computer to get set up. And I'm like, sign up for all of this. So I am just here to bring the diversity. I am just here because, as the chat says, my cannons are usually out. So what? I am just here for all of it. And you know what?
This isn't after a win, so we're in a good space. We're in a happy space right now.
And listen, I'm on timing today, okay? I'm here for all the BS, all right? So whatever's out will be out, okay? We talked about headboards yesterday. We talked about this Colts. Well, we talked about D and the Colts. We talked about getting smashed, the Steelers getting smashed on offense. Like, I'm here for all of that today, okay? So I am here to be petty because that is the type of day that I've had. So let's do this, okay? We're gonna get blown out by the Colts, right? Because we suck and we're trash. So like, we could at least enjoy it. Like, so we at least gotta laugh, enjoy it, be fine. Rod mentioned the D, and since then I feel great.
Oh God!
Any other questions? So why are we so sad? Like, come on, people. Like, life is supposed to be lived and laughed and experienced, right? So, like, I'm here for it all. I am here for it all because right now our defense is half cocked, but that's okay because that is a football term, and that is okay. Okay, we would do anything to have anybody in holes right now because we don't have anyone. Okay, so listen. I am here on timing. Any other questions? How are we doing? How are you? I caught the. Listen, sometimes you just need a little bit of Let's loosen it up a little bit. Loosen it up a little bit. Tight is usually better, but let's loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun. This is football. Stop forgetting about football, people. Let's stop forgetting that football is fun. And you can use any innuendo you want to, okay? Because it's football and it's fun.
Because it's football.
And it's funny.
It's football.
And this isn't like relax. It's so much more fun when you can relax. So just relax. It's okay. In all facets, it's so much fun when you relax. So anyways, here we go. We can be Browns fans right now. We could be freaking Panthers fans right now. We could be the Houston Texans that can't do anything right at this time. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Like, come on. Let's focus. Let's get locked in.
There we go.
We've whined, we've complained, we've done all the stuff. Let's stop whining. Let's stop complaining. Let's get locked back in. If we want our team to lock in, let's lock in. Like, why don't we do that? Why don't we focus? Let's just focus. Anyways, now I just come up here on a rant, laying it all out, letting it all hang out, letting it all be out, all of the stuff. And I'm here. You know what? I am here. And I will be honest and say, because now I'm just rambling. I watched our live yesterday, and the quality of work that we put together in that live yesterday. Okay.
Talk your talk.
You guys, I'm going to say some things here. Moats, if you hate anything I'm saying, just take me off screen. There are moments whenever you're like doing content where it can get mundane a little bit, and it can be very repetitive, and it can be very much like, okay, let me look at the game. Let me analyze it. Let me talk about it. Let me do it. Let me say all the right things. Let me say all my bullets. Let me pop it all out there. Let me do all the things. I don't think we appreciate those sometimes where we are doing that, but let's just also talk about other stuff too. Let's also engage. Let's also bring in like the people in the comment section. Like I loved yesterday that I felt like we all had a show together. Mm-hmm. And you don't see that other places. I watch a ton of content because I'm a nerd and I love football and I will watch people and I want to know, like, I think I'm smarter than that. Yeah, like I think I can say it better than that. Okay, what they're trying to say is, and part of my craft that I do is I listen to other people talk about football and I listen to how they talk about it. And I'm like, the common person can't understand what the hell that person just said. But if I was to say it, I would say it like this. And that's how I train myself, right? Is like, I hear what they're saying in football terms. Like somebody was talking about cover two, and because the safety moved down to the cover two, then he went over to the other side of the field, it messed it up. Blah, blah. And in my mind, I was like, nobody understands that. What I would say is, if you look at cover two and you split the field, now we're playing half of the field and half of the field, right? That's how I would explain it. It is. So my point is like, I love this, right? I love being able to interact with you. And sometimes I'm like, what the hell am I doing talking to Arthur Moats about football? Like, what the hell am I doing?
Man. If you don't cut this out, we having a blast. We in the lab cooking.
No, that's what we do. But my point is like, that's how life works, right? Is like, that is. And that's what we should be celebrating. Like, did we lose last week? Yeah, we looked terrible. Did we look bad on Thursday night? Yeah. That's okay, though. Mm-hmm. Let's regroup. Like, this is fun. Like, remember, we waited all year for this. Do you guys remember February? March? April? Do you remember May?
The dark time of sports content. Where we over here becoming hoopers. Talking about March Madness. March Madness. Like, bro, we like football, man.
Yes,
we want to hit something.
Right. Exactly. So anyways, I'm just saying, like, let's not forget what this is like in April, in May, in June, in July. This is fun. Okay. I get to talk to Arthur Moats about football. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is fun.
Yeah, you are funny. You are funny.
I will be honest though. I will be honest, but I will be honest with you, Moats. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this on live, but I'm going to. I remember. So, okay. I obviously I went to a lot of Steelers games, a lot of things.
Okay.
So I remember when I went to one of the games once, right? I remember telling, and my dad remembers this, and this is why I'm saying this. There was one game, I can't remember the game. I probably have a picture or video of it, I don't know. And I told my dad, because when I go to games, I always watch the sidelines. Because I know what you're doing on the field. I can see that.
Right.
That's great. But I want to see what you do when you come off the field. Do you study? Do you go work with the team? Is everybody yelling at each other? Are you collaborating? Who's not interacting with who? What does it look like? How's it work? How's it structured? Because to me, that tells me more than I need to know. Is the coach coming over to talk to the whole team? Because now I know we're in freaking trouble, right? And there was a game where I very distinctively remember I was like, that guy always has energy. Who is that guy? And it was you. And I remember this is from years ago. And so I remember the first time I saw you on YouTube, I was like, there's no way he actually has that same energy that I like randomly remember in my brain from years ago. And you do. My point is like, you're human, we're humans, and all enjoying the same human experience. Don't forget to enjoy it. Don't let it pass you by. Like, don't miss this moment. We're going to miss this in February. No, because we're going to be playing the Super Bowl. In May, we're going to be missing these moments. You know, like we're going to miss this in April. So, like, we got this. Like, let's stay focused. Like, and then I randomly was like, you want to collaborate with me? And you were like, sure. And here we are. Like, whose life is this? You know, like, my point is like, I'm on the show and I'm just saying, like, it happens all the time. So, like, it's not always good. It's not always great. It's not always perfect. It's not always that. Mm-hmm. Who cares? Now it's time to fix it. Now it's time to fix it. Like, we're going to fix it. And if we don't fix it, we're still going to be having a good time. I know you don't like, we're still going to be having a good time.
And I'll even go one step further. It's like, look, we want them to get it fixed. And of course, if they get it fixed, it's amazing. That's a blast. But if it doesn't get fixed, there is still fun in the job search, right?
Yes.
Well, post Big Ben. While Big Ben was here, it was the most boring time to talk free agency because we never had quarterbacks in play. It was like, yeah, we're not spending. We do what we do, right? Since Big Ben, we're like, which quarterback y'all want this year? We're going to the draft. It's free agency. Jeffrey, it's like, yo, this is the most exciting time. So
exactly,
if it gets to the point where it's worth the doom and gloom, and we do move on from Coach Tom, we do move on from Terrell Austin, we do move on from some of the key pieces offensively and defensively. Well, heck, we all gonna be in it right here together.
Exactly.
Trying to make the best of it.
Laughing about it.
Like, TaNeisha, how you feel about this coach? Man, he sucked over here. But what if he could go? It could work for him, right? He's never done it anywhere else, but you never know, right? And that's gonna be the fun part.
Yes.
But at the same time, if we turn this around, and not even turn it around, we're 4-3. It's not like we're 0-7 right now. We're 4-3, still in one of your division. So let's say, so it's like, what if that just continues on? Then all of this like weird doom and gloom was for nothing. So it's like, just be where your toes are at, man, and take it one thing at a time. We can't assume it's going to be negative or assume it's going to be great. Let's just go through it 1 week at a time. And right now, it's been better than it's been worse through 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can keep it up in this cycle.
Yeah, so you were kind of on that before I came in, and I'm like, I'm just gonna kind of continue and say my 2 cents. And I just
you caught us on the mushy part. All right, we were getting mushy over here. That's how I was described. I was like, mushy. No,
I heard somebody in the chat that was like, or you were like, sometimes we're diversity over here, or whatever you were saying. I was like,
because it was like, yo, this is a Leah Warren. Shout out to Leah. She was like, yo, this is a diverse podcast because they weren't feeling some of how we ventured off to more of the life element of it. It's like, we ain't just talking ball. We don't want to just come here for 2 hours just talk ball. That's not fun.
That's so
nobody wants to hear me just talk ball. I could talk that till you blue in the face. You'd be like, Moats, I don't want to hear all that, man. So yeah, we're gonna switch and get a little diverse. And I was highlighting the diversity of the team, the new members. I was like, prior to the new, swap up, it was just a one. It was me and my homie D. Like, that was it. Mm-hmm. He graduated, got wings. Shout out to him and his channel, right? For those that miss him, y'all can find him. But for everyone else, it's like, yo, we got new pieces over here, man. Mark is a different vibe. You are a different vibe. TG's a different vibe. Tyler. So it's like, across the board, we got all these different pieces. So that's the thing that was highlighting with the diverse comment. All right. But now we back and now we locked in. Yeah. And now I'm here with you. So I'm excited.
Yeah. And it's okay. Mm-hmm. And it's okay. And so it is. I'm just chiming in on the like, it's fine. And do I get mad when we lose? Absolutely. But you know what I've realized in life? Life is so much more fun when you're laughing. It is so much more fun. It is so much easier. Sign me up for the laughing. Like, am I pissed? Yes. Do I want to cuss out everybody if I could? Yes. Do I want to act like I can do the job better than them? Yes. Mm-hmm. Also, yes. Mm-hmm. Do I want to act like I should be called up on to call the defense? Yes. Okay. I get all those things too. Yep. But at the end of the day, I can't do any of that. So now I'm just going to laugh and enjoy what I can do. That's just how I feel. So,
and I'll be sitting here watching the game, feeling the same way at times. Like, yeah, I might would have went with this one versus that, or I could have seen being more aggressive here, or you know what? I probably would have been a little bit more conservative in this approach. Did you have to go that route? But hey, it ain't my job. My job is to be entertained, and if it's not entertaining, I can voice it, and there's nothing wrong with one or the other. We just tell you what works for us, all right? From our experiences, being able to find the positivity and laugh through the madness is a lot better than being negative and losing your mind in the madness. That's all. Because either way, you're gonna have to go through the madness. Either way, it's dark over there. Either way, all right.
It is, and so that's anyways. Like we all deal with, and the other thing is too, we all deal with loss different. Like I'm really good in a crisis. Like really, crisis. Literally, my house was on fire. My younger sister called me. She's like, "What should I do?" And I'm like, "Call 911. I'm on my way." Like that's how problem solve-ish I am.
Yo, we're gonna do this and that. That's what you need. Let's go.
And that is how I am. And so for me, I solve problems. So I don't live in the whiny, poor me. I don't occupy that space often. It takes me all of maybe whatever minute, and then I got to kick it up. I got to go. I'm also a middle child. Like I got things to do. And so it's
Shout out to the, it makes sense. I'm a middle child. Shout out to middle child. Y'all know, if you're a middle child, you know this. You don't get no handouts. You ain't get no sympathy. You feel me? You already know the drill. You already know what the drill is. So that's got to play into this because I'm like, yo, you be speaking like I be thinking a lot. I'm like, yo, I relate to that right there. I relate to all that. Like, you middle child? Makes sense.
So yeah.
Makes sense.
So yeah.
All
and
you
I know everyone
out here. All you firstborns and babies out here. Y'all don't get no love over here.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it. Yeah, and that's why everyone's like, "Do you how can you be happy winning?" No one's happy winning. I'm happy that we get another chance. Or losing. I'm happy that we get another chance. I'm happy that the loss doesn't have to stay with me. I can recover. Because for me, a loss is a loss in the moment. It's not a loss forever. That's my mentality. Let's go. Let's move it. Like that sucked. Amazing. Now, how are we going to move it the other direction? So anyways, so that's how I feel today. So I am here to talk about the Colts, and I'm here, somebody asked me if I'm a fembot.
Like she's only here for one thing only. Okay, guys. She's pushing the ball. She's taking over the football world one woman at a time. All right. She's gonna let you guys know what time she's.
I just saw that. I'm so behind on the chat. My chat's not moving, by the way, but it got stuck on that. It's like, is TaNeisha really a fembot? That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. I love this place. This is the best.
Let's go.
I think I'm real. I think I'm real. I might have been created. I don't know.
Look, I think you're real. Anthony's showing you love also, man. He dropping the TaNeisha emoji in the building. All right. So you here, you real. She ain't no film. She really like that, all right? Ain't she no ball. Okay. So show us
I just like to have a good time. So anyways, how are we feeling? Like we have the Colts this week, right? No one's gonna ever pick us to win. We're
Vegas already has this. Vegas already has this home underdogs. 3 points is the spread.
Wow,
it's only what's your energy? I know. I was like, man, I thought it'd been like 23 personally, but either way, what's your thoughts though? What's your energy? I always like to, they say chivalry isn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel this way. If we see the Steelers that we've seen the last 2 weeks, we can't win this game. We just can't because it's just not good enough. And we just can't. It's just not it. Okay. It's just not it. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Then, like I usually do, I've been watching the Colts play this whole year. I've kind of seen them. They have a lot of explosive plays. They're dynamic. Their offense looks fantastic. The running game looks fantastic. They look fantastic. I think they have like a top 5 offense right now. And it looks like a top 5 offense. Okay. So like, I'm not sitting here acting like, it looks like that. However, if you're somebody that gets up for challenges, and if you're somebody that says that you're the best, and if you're somebody that you're in the NFL to compete and to prove to everybody that you're the best, these are the games that you get fired up for. This is it. Like that. And so for me, when I look at the Steelers team, I'm like, yes, are the Colts good? Yes, they're a good football team. In a lot of ways, statistically, they're better than the Packers.
Yeah.
And so they're a great football team. So I don't want to say anything without saying they are a good football team right now. They're playing great football. They're doing a lot of things well. They're getting takeaways. They're getting a lot of yards put on them, but they're getting a lot of turnovers. So it's kind of this weird thing right now. And then the other thing about them that when I was just kind of researching and thinking about some things is their secondary is where they're weak at. Their secondary, they're 29th in pass defense. Yep. So if we need to look for some things where it's like, okay, where are we going to be better? Where can we be better? Their pass defense is one of the things. They have some injuries there. Their pass defense isn't very good. So 29th, that's helpful. They do have a solid offensive line. And when I say solid, I probably mean best. Like,
I was about to say,
like top tier.
That's a nice like way to talk about that.
Yeah, like
pretty
yeah.
good. Like,
like top tier. Like a lot of people say first, some people say second. So like good offensive line, stable, right? They're not beating themselves. They're not turning the ball over. They're getting turnovers. Like my point is like we're going to have to choose kind of like our spots, in my opinion. What we can't do though is play like we've been playing. And so I think whatever that mitigation is, we have to figure it out. The other thing I will say too is if we can get in the red zone, they're also 30th in red zone defense. So that's another thing where it's like, if our offense is up to this, and if our offense is going to accept this challenge, our defense has to match it. Now, do I want them to win everything? Absolutely. Do I want them to win every matchup? Absolutely. But they're a great football team. So like, sometimes you kind of have to manage your expectations of what you're in for, right? Like this might be a 12-round fight and that's okay, right? Because we've seen 12-round. I watch UFC. Sometimes there's a 5-round championship fight.
Let's go.
And you're looking at it and you're looking at both guys or both gals, both of them. You can tell they've been in a fight. Nobody knows who's going to win. It's a tight fight. And then it's 48-47, or like it's right
Seriously,
there. And that's okay. We don't have to blow out teams when you're playing a great team. So that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, the other thing is too, is they're electric. I'll give it to them. I mean, chunk plays, moving the ball down the field. It's almost like a well-oiled machine. It's just so well. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat it. It is. Yeah. They look great, and some people will be like, "It's Daniel Jones. It's not really true. It's not really real." It's showing itself to be true right now. It's showing itself to be true, and I'm believing it because I've seen proof of concept. And every single week, in my opinion, I see a different wrinkle. I see them get a little bit better. Or every game, I'm like, "Okay, this is the game." Right? Hasn't happened yet. We could be that game, but right now hasn't happened. So they look good. So anyways, those are kind of my thoughts about like just where I think they're at. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it needs to be a tough game. The Steelers can move the ball against the Colts because people have been moving the ball against the Colts, but the defense they have to show up. They're like obviously no turnovers and all that. Yeah. But the defense has to show up. They have to do something to knock this offense out of rhythm because they're in rhythm, perfectly in rhythm, flawlessly in rhythm.
Yes.
So those are my 2 cents.
No, I like that a lot. And trust me, you're spot on. Once again, this is what I always like when you go first. I'm like, let me just hear you first. I'm like, oh yeah. As soon as you started talking, she was like, well, they do allow some yardage, but they do a really good job of getting turnovers. Their O-line is pretty dang good. I'm like, yep. Like only 9 sacks allowed. They can rush past 23 sacks on the season thus far. They are balanced in the trenches for certain. Plus 8 though turnover margin. That's the big deal. We talk about why our record was what it was prior to 2 weeks ago. We were plus 5 at one point in the turnover margin. Now we know that's kind of shifting a little bit, but that's where we were. So the turnovers for both teams are going to be monumental. That is one of the things that has really been why the Colts point spread when you're watching them win has been so large. Offensively, it's explosive, but it's just efficient. They don't waste possessions. If they have 10 possessions, they're scoring 9 of them. Right. And it's not always touchdowns. They'll kick a field goal, but they're just constantly scoring. So it makes you feel under pressure. You always feel like I can't take my foot off the pedal. And because it's running the football before they hit you with the explosive passes, you always feel like that clock's turning too. And it's like, man, you sitting on that sideline. So that's the part where they win the time of possessions at times as well. The other thing that I would say is this, piggybacking on O-line, piggybacking on just the team as a whole, I just feel like they're playing with a ton of confidence. In Indianapolis, they don't believe that they're not supposed to be 7-1. In Indianapolis, they don't believe that they weren't supposed to go out to LA to the Chargers 2 weeks ago and beat them on the road convincingly. They don't believe that they weren't supposed to do that. They think that they are that good. Daniel Jones does not care about what people say about him from New York and any other stop prior to here. He is playing with a high level of confidence, and he looks like a top draft pick. Why he was picked where he was picked? Because it's like, he has a big arm. He's athletic as well, but the confidence that he has and his receivers are making plays. When we talk about scheme, right? Hey, do you think the Colts are going to come in here and surprise us with anything they want to do offensively? I know we only say that the Steelers are predictable. The Colts offensively and defensively are extremely predictable. It's going to be inside zone. It's going to be outside zone. It's going to be the stretch play to the right, or actually everything goes to the left. The majority of the plays will go to the left because that's where Quentin Nelson is. All right. A lot of their runs go right behind him. It is very simple what they are trying to do. After that, they're going to play action pass. They throwing it down the grass to Michael Pittman Jr. or Alec Pierce. It's one or the other. And them big body dudes are boxing you out and looking like Mike Evans out that joint. That's what that. It's simple what they're doing. Defensively, they want to try to give you the regular base on first down, or they'll walk that safety up, nickel up to kind of give you the 5-man front to everybody one-on-one. And then when it's second long or third and long, they want to walk everybody up, double mug look. It's Lou Aruma, excuse me. It used to be in Cincinnati with Mayu Luga and all them dudes. And it's the same look. Double A gap, everybody up there is window dressing. He's not ever zero blitzing this simulated pressure. He goes, this guy drops out. He goes, that guy drops out. That's all that is. But once again, can you stop it? Right? Because I know.
So you said they're predictable.
You know, I know it's only
What
a Steelers game. Only the Steelers have this issue. I'm like, Lou been doing this forever. I remember when Lou was doing this. Daddy when he went to Oakland. I know Lou. We definitely know Lou. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that one. Yep. Hasn't changed a bit. The only thing that's changed is he hasn't been at the same location for 20 years. That's the only thing that's different. So it feels new because it's in Indianapolis. But I'm like, nope, I know exactly what that is. Yeah. So that's this league, man. All coaches have tendencies. All coaches have calling courts. But the execution, the players, the personnel matters. Offensively, this Colts team is the exact same as it's been 3 years ago. The difference is Daniel Jones' quarterback play is the best that they've had in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
You think about the quarterbacks they've dealt with, some of those super older guys, right? Whether it was Matt Ryan, whether it was Phillip Rivers. Then they went the super young route. Let's try this guy. Let's try that guy. It's like, Daniel Jones is playing at a very high level right now. When you talk about his accuracy on the deep over, he's hitting guys in the numbers. He's leading guys. When you talk about him throwing the jump ball with great air and allowing his receivers chances to legitimately make plays, that's showing up. So it's like, regardless of how we may personally feel about Daniel Jones, it's like, yo, he is playing at a high level right now, and that offense is responding. And then Jonathan Taylor, if he played any other position, if he played wide receiver, he'll be talked about way more, right? If he played quarterback, he'd be the MVP favorite. But because he plays running back, nobody cares about the 800 plus yards that he already has right now and the 11,100 touchdowns he already ran for. If I see the, you know he's going to do a celebration, right?
Yeah.
We see it all the time because he's been scoring a ton of touchdowns, right? So we know what they bring. We know how they want to try to attack us. But the flip side is like, yo, I look at that as the exciting part, because when it's simple like this is one of those mano y manos. You have to, look, I know y'all gonna kill me when I say this one. You're gonna have to win your one-on-one. I know. It's gonna be Cam Hayward one-on-one at times versus Quentin Nelson. You're gonna have to not give up movement. I know it's gonna be some times where you're gonna have Jonathan Taylor one-on-one with the safety in the alley. You know how many times Jonathan Taylor this season has stepped around safeties? Derwin James, one of my favorite safeties included, he stepped around him for a touchdown. Okay, now y'all know the safety that we currently have, right? We're gonna see, but it's simple in terms of what they want to do. Hey, when the receivers are going down the grass, it's one-on-one. It's not a ton of separation. TaNeisha, you've seen it. Yeah. TaNeisha, it ain't 30 yards separation. It's big guy on little guy, and can the big guy win the box out jump ball, or can the little guy win it? That's what that is. Now, granted, we typically have 6 foot and higher corners, right? We talk about JPJ, talk about Jalen Ramsey and company. So we'll see. But you see what they try to do. It's like, I like that. But I'm with you though. You can for sure be able to move the ball on them though. You can move the ball.
Yeah, we're gonna. And that's the thing. And it's like, I feel like if the defense ever wanted to show up and start making their mark and start reappearing and start whatevering, this is the game. And I'm gonna say something, and it's not a disrespect to anybody that plays for the Colts. On offense, nobody really scares me but Jonathan Taylor. Nobody else really scared. Like nobody else is like a Jamar Chase. Nobody else, like, you know what I mean? Like Jonathan Taylor's, he's great. He's fantastic. Like all the kudos, you got it, bro. Like fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
go
yes.
do you, you know, do
Look,
you, boo.
you could start on any team in the league. You're
Correct.
that guy. Yep.
You
yep.
got it. Okay, cool.
Yep.
But everybody else is just kind of, you know, they're in the, again, this isn't a knock on them. I'm just saying that if the Steelers defense wants to step up and come back to play football this year, this would be a great game to make that appearance, because I think that there's opportunities, and I think that this is the moment, you know, and at some point you have to show up. Like, that's just how this works. Like, I mean, we could talk about it all day, but if that defense isn't going to do anything, you know, I think the offense will be able to score points. I don't know.
And if you look throughout the season, teams have scored on the Colts. It hasn't been frequently, but teams have been able to score on them. Teams have been able to move the ball on them. The flip side is the Colts score a lot of points back, though.
Right.
It's like
they've scored
so
more.
Yeah, I want to say they're going to keep putting that pressure on, and their explosive plays, they come in a multitude. Like you said, the receivers could do it, but you watch Jonathan Taylor, it's like, dude hit you from 80, from 60. You like, man, that's special. And that's why they look as good as they do right now. But you're right. Jonathan Taylor is the most important piece of that offense. He is why the play action pass works. He is why those receivers get the one-on-ones they do, because you have to play an extra defender in the box versus the Colts. Teams that try to stay with a too high look and play their small ball, the Colts offensive line is mollywopping them. They're moving people out the way, gaping holes. Okay, gaping. All right, plenty of people could be in them holes at the same time. That type of situation, right? Whereas the flip side is like, yeah, man, for us, we better make sure that that's not how it looks. Okay. Yes. Because we know our back end in terms of the tackling and some of the questions that we're going to be putting out there, right? So that's the part where it's like, yo, the gap responsibilities even more significant. You hear the same things. It's like, yo, football is really basic fundamentals. At this level, the fundamentals matter way more. I know we want to get to like the who's going to go off and have 3 touchdowns. It's like, yo, who's the most fundamental in this matchup?
Right.
That's like, you got to get to that. Now, hopefully it could be us, but we got a lot of new pieces on our back end right now. That's the other part of it. You know, we just made our trade for Kyle Dugger. Shout out to that. Jabril Peppers probably get some opportunities this week. It's like, these are all new pieces. These aren't guys that have been here throughout the whole journey. So with that, you know, there are going to be some ups and downs with that.
Yeah. And I think too, this is like a good complementary football game too, because I think that the defense being scored on is the defense being scored on. Yeah. Fantastic. But that means the offense needs to kind of they need to also move the ball down the field. If for no other reason, we need the points. And we need that time for the defense to kind of get it back together. Spoiler, the Colts are going to score points. They're going to score points. But we need our defense to be able to do what they need to do so the offense, like, this is in my opinion, based on the games that we played so far, maybe Seattle was kind of like this at the time we played them. This is kind of we have to have a complete game because everything has to work together here. We can't afford you know, usually we're like, the defense, but the offense really excelled. So we can't have that. It has to be, everybody kind of has to kind of do their job. And one thing we cannot do is turn the ball over. Like
that's when we lose. The past 2 games, think about the past 2 games. We talked about Cincinnati, we lost the turnover battle, right? 2 turnovers to 0. When we don't win the turnover battle and we don't get any form of splash, it kills us. We look at this Green Bay matchup. We had the turnover. We didn't have the splash plays, and we look at how we came up short. That's who we are. Until we can, you know, find even more talent across the board, right? Because everybody's like, yo, just throw the talent out there. It's like, yeah, we're gonna find that guy. Yep, he's waiting out there in free agency right now. He just nobody knows about it except us. Okay, that's the only thing. Nobody knows about it except us. But it's like, yeah, man, that happens, right? Yeah, that happens. But this will be a good week though, because you're going to have to prepare with urgency, right? This isn't the game where people get to say, hey, man, we feel better than this or we feel better because of that. But, you know, traditionally, this is where you get the Tomlin wins. This is where he rallies and gets those guys motivated because everybody has to prepare with that type of urgency. But you can't turn the ball over. You got to play clean. That is for sure this week. But I like that for us. I also like the fact that we're going to continue to get clarity
if the team is viewed as less than, when we win, it's an excuse. When the
True.
team is viewed as better, it's like, yo, let's find out. Because
Yeah.
when we win this one, what could be the new excuse, right? Because the Colts have proven that they can win on the road or at home. They've proven that they have a style that travels. I personally think we match up well in certain elements. I'm concerned about the run part more so because of our interior D tackles. They haven't been the most consistent. And that's one of the challenges when you're facing this team, gap responsibility and winning those one-on-ones versus their guards. But I do feel a lot better about the quick passing attack that we've seen the past 2 weeks. Flacco and Love, the weapons that they've had along with who they are as quarterbacks, to me, operate in that space a lot better, a lot more consistently. I do feel like with Daniel Jones, I'm not all the way sold on that.
That's right.
I do feel like, man, we should be able to create a little bit more of a feeling of urgency for him. And that's where I want to see, okay, you do it well when it's on schedule. You do it well when all the variables are working in your favor. Let's just see if we can muck it up a little bit, because history has shown that the Steelers find ways to muck it up a lot and make those games feel weird. And
I
that's
do
what I
think
want
the
to see.
uglier the better. Yeah, the uglier the better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The uglier. Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you think even the Green Bay game, it wasn't pretty in the first 3 quarters. It was kind of sluggish, it was kind of weird, it was kind of nasty. And it was like, yo, that's our game versus those type of teams. Because talent for talent, we're not going to just sit here and say, okay, which quarterback do you like? All right, yeah, we like our quarterback. Cool. Which running back do you like? Which offensive line do you like? Which wide receivers group do you like? Which tight end do you like? Well, let's talk defense. Man, okay, they're cheaper over there. Thank God. They're cheaper. They're a lot cheaper. Right? But it's like, man, the way that we've been playing,
right, the way that we've been playing. I mean, at this point, you and I could probably go out there and maybe get a yard. I mean,
you'd be like,
we can figure out.
We don't necessarily have the most confidence when we just start naming all these things. So it's like, okay, well, when there isn't that, how do you find a way to make up the difference? And you make it up by the margins, winning within the margins, the turnovers, the penalties. That's how you close the gap. Time of possession. If you have a chance to maintain it, man, you got to maintain these drives. That's how you do it, because by maintaining the drive, not only does it make their offense have a less possession, it makes their offense have to be perfect even more.
True.
Because now you don't get 10 possessions. Now you may be getting 8. Man, instead of getting 8, maybe you're getting 6. And if I can just limit that, that's 2 less possessions. That's a big difference at this level. 2 extra possessions. Why you think 1 turnover or 2 turnovers matter so much? If I can minimize to where you don't get to snap that ball at least 6 times plus, it's like, yo, thank the Lord, because everybody at this level is talented, man. Everybody. So those are the things that you're thinking of strategy-wise. And these are all the things that Coach Tom is going to be telling these guys, man. But once again, you, me, the chat, y'all hear what it is. We know what it is. Can you execute it?
You gotta execute.
That's the thing. And if you can't, and that repeats, then that's when you start making pieces move. You think the Steelers were okay with the safety play this past week? No. That's why even though Deshaun Elliott is down and they still have the 2 guys that went in, they still did what? They say, yo, let's go make a trade for a guy that has started. Not a depth guy, not a rotational guy. They say, yo, let me call a guy that has started, has been productive, coming off of, a massive contract extension just a year ago, $458 million. We talked about the cornerback play. It's like, they're going to bring pieces in if it's not up to standard.
And for everybody who was like, the Steelers, like, they don't know anything. They're terrible. I'm like, so they saw a problem, went to go get a solution to the problem. So does that mean that they see exactly what we see? Absolutely. Like, stop assuming they don't know what's going on. Like, we always are like, they don't know what's going on. They do know what's going on.
The amount of people that were hitting on my man Chuck Clark and Wild thing, no, that's not a starter. That does not belong out. You can't put it. I'm like, bro, it was in the middle of the game. The injury happened. What we're gonna do? Call Batman? Like, who the hell was gonna call? You gotta throw somebody out there. You want Nick Herbig? Put Nick Herbig in saves, because Nick Herbig is a great player. Just throw him out there on the field. Just put him out there anyway. It's like, bro. So it's like, I get that, but it's like, man, and it's like, okay, well, what about Peppers? And it's like, yo, he was also just here 3 weeks ago. Like, there's a lot of new pieces, man. It's like, yo, everybody's getting up to speed. Everybody.
Jack Sawyer, he's big enough. He can hang out.
Yo, I'll be like,
Yeah,
I just feel like, yo, it's a
I feel
process, man.
Right. We always just there's these big statements. They don't even know what's going on. They don't know what they're doing.
Right.
They don't know. And then they make a move,
Mhm.
but no one's like, hey, okay, maybe they
They
know what
actually do know
they're
what they're doing,
doing.
right?
Oh, maybe
Hey,
they saw what we saw on
we
national
complained
TV.
about we complained about quarterback play these past few years. They went and waited on Aaron Rodgers and got him in here, and it's like, man, they know what they're doing, right? Man,
Yeah.
maybe give them a little bit of credit.
By the way, did we get the wide receiver too? Did he sign?
Another
receiver?
And look, that's supposed to be done, right? We're waiting on Schefter to come back and say he officially put it in paper officially, but it's like, yo, we got MVS. Like you see in the conversation, like. So once again, it's
to
like
me like they were trying.
They're listening. And I know we want Randy Moss. That's the guy that we're supposed to sign in free agency. It's like, if y'all can show me where he was at and where he was available within reason, it's like, go get him. But we don't always match our expectations with like how we can actually execute to get to that finish line. But as a whole, it's like, yeah, man, they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because for me, you, and for the viewers, when it doesn't go right, we are going to have fun talking about job searches, who should and should not be employed, and all these other things. But for those people, it's their life.
But why
That's
are we
their livelihood? You know what I mean? You know how it is. But
we're like, okay, we need to flip the switch. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But for them, but for them, they're not trying to lose. Think about it. They are trying to do everything within their control to make sure that this team wins every game convincingly, because it's their livelihood. Wives, girlfriends, kids, school, trips, family, like whatever you're looking at, it's like, yo, all of that is on the line for these guys, coaches included. That's why you don't really hear me do a lot of like, yo, he sucks, fire him. It's like, yo, because when you live there, you like, bro, it's a certain level of respect. You like, I ain't even playing that. But at the same time, man, when the play reflects, yo, yeah, you got to move on from this guy. That is legit. But to me, it's like, yeah, man, these dudes, they trying their hardest right now, man. So let's see. And I give them the benefit of the doubt because under Coach Thomas specifically, the track record has reflected them figuring it out. And we talking as if we not even still first in the division right now. That's the funny part. I'm like, yeah, we are literally in week 9 and we're still the one in the division right now.
That's true. I also just looked up the whole wide receiver thing, and it looks like he hasn't signed. He's supposed to sign. Looks like he hasn't signed. And then an hour ago, they asked Aaron Rodgers, and he said he would be excited to have him. He loves him. So I don't know what's going on.
So we're still waiting on it. All right, because Shefty hitting us, man. He letting us know it's a lot of smoke over there. We just don't know if it's official pen to paper. MVS has been.
He hasn't signed yet. Okay, cool.
I like it though. I like it because either way, we still in the action. We still in the business. No different than when we were doing the Gabe Davis phone calls, bringing them in multiple times as well, man. But it just piggybacks on what you were saying. We're not just wasting time. We're actually trying. You guys are trying, man. So that's the vibe. That for sure is the vibe. I'll just say, man, a couple of matchups we will see. And for sure, these aren't even, weird. These are basics. But when I tell you, these basic tail matchups are going to tell us a lot come Sunday. Oh, baby. Yeah. So I'll start with the first one. I just put safeties because we're going to have a mix of Chuck Clark, Juan Thornhill, Kyle Dugger, Jabril Peppers, and Jalen Ramsey going to get some adoption. So I just put safeties versus Jonathan Taylor because I'm not as concerned about Jonathan Taylor when our D linemen get a chance to tackle him, our LBs get a chance to tackle him, because those guys do a good job once you get your hands on him, bringing them down. The issue, though, is when he's one-on-one with the safeties. That's where he's been electric, not just this season, throughout his career. Right. That one-on-one in the alley where it's 10 to 15 yards of space in terms of the vertical distance and about 10 yards of width. It is extremely challenging to tackle Jonathan Taylor one-on-one like that. And a lot of these dudes have seen it, man. So that's the one where I'm like, we got to be able to tackle. Got to be able to tackle that one. Yeah. So hopefully all them dudes can come in that hole and make that play. All right, there you go. So the next one, though.
But why you got to come in the hole, though? Why you got to come in the hole and make the play?
So you can make the play, man. So you can make the play, all right? That's how you make the play.
Because if
Okay.
you're slow to it, now he's running through the hole and now he's making a play. All right. You see, this is football talk. That's how we do it. Okay. That's
Okay, but we
football
want him to
talk.
come
You see,
first before. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, you got
catch
to
it
get in
on.
that
Okay.
hole. Okay.
All
I
right.
got you.
All right.
Okay.
Next up. Cam Hayward. Now, this is one where historically Cam has done an excellent job in this matchup. But the flip side is this. Quentin Nelson isn't the rookie anymore. Quentin Nelson isn't young anymore. And Quentin Nelson has continued to hear this every single time this matchup happens because of how much Cam dominated Quentin Nelson early on. Quentin goes on that left side of that offensive line for them. A lot of their runs downhill hit off of that left side following Quentin Nelson. Is no surprise.
This chat.
Yo, they are wild. Y'all are wild in the chat. I love it. I love it.
Reading Rod's comment and then he's seeing the next comment. I'm like, what?
I looked at, hey, look, I was looking at Purity 6. He's like, yo, I'm just like, yo, shout out to Purity 6. All right, I'm just shout out to Purity 6, bro. You are funny. Y'all are funny. That's why I was just trying to just power through it. Just power through it. You're like, yep, just we're gonna let the chat it up, okay? We'll let the chat it up.
I was like, oh crap, it took me off. Sorry, go for it. Yes.
Yep. And shout out to you too, Tom J. Shout out to you too. Just know that we know, all right? But that's that part of it though, all right? So Cam Hayward for sure has to win this one-on-one part of him versus Quentin Nelson, because if not, Jonathan Taylor will be coming through that hole long and hard all night and having a party at the red zone. We don't want that at all, all right? From there, Patrick Queen. We love PQ because he's the athletic guy.
Okay, yeah.
But specifically this week, man, he's going to have some situations where Tyler Warren, he's going to have to handle that dude, man. And Tyler is an athletic, really good tight end, just like the new model of, unicorn tight ends. But the thing is this, PQ's eyes have to be good versus play action pass. Tyler Warren wins with one-on-one, but he's cooking a lot versus zone concepts because of the run fake, LBs getting sucked up, not having the eyes, and then not being able to get back for Tyler when he's running those overs and stuff like that. PQ has to be locked in on that. PQ has to be sharp on that because he produces a lot of, yardage and just plays for them, man. And that's another easier target for Daniel Jones versus making him have to be accurate 30, 40 yards downfield. We want him to throw that deep ball more because it's a harder pass to complete. The probabilities of it in comparison to that tight end at that 15 yards, middle of the field, that right there, way higher probability of success unless you intentionally take it away. And that's why I'm looking at PQ for that. From there, we switch to our offense. I was supposed to talk Broderick, but I watched Broderick block Micah Parsons. Forgive me for feeling confident in Broderick Jones, okay? I'm sorry.
No need to talk about him.
And so as much as I should come up here and be like, Quiddy Pay, Latu, it's like, I just seen this dude block Micah Parsons, and 2 weeks before that, he had Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett just had 5 sacks last week. I'm sorry. I'm going to give Broderick a break this week, okay? So, sue me, okay? But Broderick, you chill this week. I got to go to the interior part of this O-line, okay? Interior part, because you know how the interior part gets. I know how you know how it gets, okay? You even on your reaction video, you talk about the interior part, okay? Well, they happen to have a pretty good interior D tackle by the name of DeForest Buckner. He's pretty daggone good, high pedigree guy, multiple contract guy, a lot of success kicking butt versus the run and the pass with this guy. And it should be Isaac Seumalo, but there's a chance it might be Spencer Anderson. So I'm gonna just put a slash because we know Seumalo's been banged up, right? Dealing with a little pecky. And Spencer, if Seumalo can't go, it's gonna be Spencer, right? And if Seumalo can't finish, it's gonna be Spencer. Okay. So either way, we got 2-on-1. Okay. Mm-hmm. Not everybody likes a 2-on-1 situation, so we're gonna find out how DeForest feels about these two gentlemen at the same time. But they better be locked in because DeForest isn't your regular person that you just 2-on-1. All right. You better make sure you pack a hard hat and a lunch pail because he's a full day's work. All right. So that's that. But I like to say Seumalo and Spencer. Okay. I like them. I'm hopeful. All right. Good energy. I'm hopeful. It's Halloween weekend. They got to give me something. Give me a treat. Okay. Give me something good.
Please. Please. And I'm not above begging. Please.
You know what I'm saying?
please.
With all the chaos, with all of all these matchups, a lot of them sound heavily in favor of the opposition. I know. I like to end it on a positive note. I like
Okay.
to end it on an upstroke, okay? So with that, shout out to DK Metcalf, because baby, you getting you a
Yeah,
rookie,
he
an
should-
undrafted guy making
Yeah.
his 4th career start in the National Football League. Jonathan Edwards, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Jonathan Edwards. I hope your parents
Welcome,
are
Jonathan.
so proud of you, man. Like your
Welcome.
people get to watch you live
made
out
it, bro.
your dream.
You
You
made
did
it.
that, man. Salute you, baby.
Congratulations.
Salute you. Salute you.
Congratulations.
So with that, you are the lucky recipient of the DK Metcalf sweepstakes.
Congratulations.
So the way it works is like this: when DK is lined up on Jonathan Edwards, that's the guy that you want to take the shots on. Okay, that's the guy. Is he okay? Yeah, he's professional. Absolutely, he had a couple of PBUs. I think 2 of them on the season. Right, really cool guy. Right, making his 4th career start. Okay. 4th career start out of Tulane. Shout out to Tulane. All right.
Shout out to
all
that
Tulanians
university
out there.
Mhm.
Shout
Shout
out
out.
to Tulane. Okay. Shout out to Tulane. But, ladies and gents, this is what we gotta have. Okay. So when you see the number 35 in the secondary, okay, that's his number. I don't want y'all to be guessing like, yo, which number is he most? I can't read it, but I don't want you to guess. It's number 35. Okay, make it easy for you. 35. Okay. So when DK smashed him on that one, we gotta have it.
Yeah, we want to
We
welcome
gotta
him to Pittsburgh. We want to welcome him to
You
Pittsburgh.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, good
That's the one
Pittsburgh
we gotta
welcome.
have.
Yeah.
That's the one. So other than that, we should be good. So you heard the matchups, 4 of them. Make sure you
What
right.
is your, so like I always ask you, what is your
Mhm.
biggest concern? What is the one matchup where you're like, if this one is probably like this one has to go
Cam
right.
Hayward, Quentin Nelson.
Okay.
Cam Hayward, Quentin Nelson. We have to win that matchup. If not, it puts way too much stress on our linebackers, who are more of the smaller, undersized, quick variety, and it makes my safeties be exposed to too much negativity. They're going to have their fair share of one-on-one making a tackle on Jonathan Taylor, regardless, in just a regular base defense or regular, just football, right? You can do your job, and there are certain things schematically that it just is going to end with this running back on that safety. And you got to win that. But you can mitigate that. You can make it worse only 3 to 4 times. Now you start having guys in the wrong gap, right? The 2 guys, 1 holding that we've joked about. When that starts happening, that's an added one-on-one. And instead of it necessarily being on the sideline where it's more condensed and that guy can kind of use the sideline as his additional helper, now that thing is hitting in between the hashes. Now it's sitting in between numbers to hash. It's just way more field over there. And that's the thing that you want to protect against. Typically, the only time you're dealing with that is on a blitz. But everybody already knows that, so you know how we're going to play it aggressively. When it's a blown assignment in the trenches, now it's things sitting downhill in the middle of the field. And it's just too much space for those guys, man, to try to make that play. So that's the matchup that I would say I'm most concerned with, and that I would say we have to win the most in order for us to feel confident in this thing, man. Because like I said, if they get that going, it's a wrap. Because once the action starts, good luck. Yeah. You're not going to play too high versus look. And now we're asking these same rotational new secondary pieces to have to guard down the grass versus some of the dudes that have, at least this year, been showing more consistency making those plays. So I just think that you'll put them in too much of a bind there. So that's what I would say for me. What about you?
I think it's going to be our offense's ability to score points, because I think that if we, one thing I think I learned maybe about this team when we were playing the Bengals is they didn't want to give us the ball back because they know we have Aaron Rodgers. And I think that if we can score points, because they're going to score points, right? So they're going to score points. And if we don't score points, it doesn't matter. But if they're scoring points and we're scoring points and we're almost matching it, because now it becomes, I feel like they have more pressure than we do. Nobody expects us to win. Nobody really expects us to do anything. And so I think if we are able to score points, I put a little bit of the blame in that Packers game on this offense. And I know a lot of people didn't like it, and I know a lot of people didn't appreciate it because it was all the defense's fault. The offense, though, was the one that was turning the ball over. The offense was the one that was kicking the field goals. The offense was the one that could move the ball properly. So, in my opinion, the offense has to score points. Like it's unacceptable at this point to not score points. We have to. Like, and if we score points too, hopefully that means too, our defense is on the sidelines, resting, recovering. And so I think to me, it's going to be that. And I would love like a special team, something or another. Like I would love like a special teams turnover or like a punt return where it goes back to the 35, like something. Because I think this team needs a spark.
Can I get a block one of these times? What's up with a block out
I think
here,
this
man?
team
Block me
needs
something,
a spark.
man.
Nothing sparks you like it. There's a couple of things in football that I feel like spark the whole team.
Yeah.
One of them is like a pick six because it's just crazy, right? It's just crazy. And the other one is like a special teams play. A big return or something that kind of just gets them going. I don't know. I mean, you were at the game. I just feel like we couldn't we were going, but we were just like barely go. We weren't, I don't know. It just doesn't look like
I'm with you.
Electric. It just looks
we need splash.
We need
splash.
Give us an explosion. Give us an explosion.
Okay, that's what we want. Please help us out. Pretty please.
So yeah, anyway, so that's what I would say is I know I think I'm seeing a pattern in this defense, and if I know who this defense is, the offense has to score. And so I'll just say that. If the defense happens to be better, fantastic. But the offense still has to score because I think the Colts are going to score points.
There it is. We're on the same page with it. We are for sure on the same page there. I like it. We had a couple. Look. After this Sunday, look. I'm sure this game is going to happen, and something is going to happen that's going to cause us to argue. Okay. Look, I'm waiting on the show. I
can't wait. It's going to be terrible because when I argue, I laugh, and you're going to be like, "Wait, are we arguing? Is it?
It's going to happen. All right, it's going to happen. I can feel it. It has to happen, right? It always does.
Yes.
But you know, it's just not today. It's not today. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. We did get a couple super chats in here, so I do want to get those before we get up out of here. All right. But eventually we're gonna argue. Eventually. But shout out to Justin Gordon. He says, play GM halfway Thursday. Biggest draft needs for 22. Oh, okay. Play general manager halfway. So just for a second on Thursday, what would you say is our biggest draft needs for the upcoming draft for 2026? I like I was a little premature with this, man, because I'm like, is Rodgers under contract coming back or is he not? Because if he's under contract, well, then, yeah, I got other areas that I would look at.
God, we have
wide receiver, wide receiver and corner. Okay. I'm looking at both of those spots because I need to get a little younger. Because obviously Darius Slay is one of our guys, but he's a veteran, super older, and Corey Trice unfortunately keeps getting hurt. Right. So I'm looking to bring in another piece to give me some youth there. But yeah, if Rodgers isn't on the roster or in the contract, then yeah, it starts with quarterback in all capital bold print, because you see the difference of when you have one that can do it at a high level versus one that's trying to show that maybe one day in life they will eventually be able to do that more than for just 1 or 2 games. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. What would you say? What would you put your biggest need as?
God to come save us. No, just kidding. When he first said that, I was like, if there was a fast, decent, amazing linebacker, I would love it. I don't think we would do it. But if there was somebody that in this season, like at the end of the college season, we were like, oh my gosh, like if he falls to us, we are getting him ASAP. I would love to get that because I think we're weak there, and I've been saying it since the all season, and I'm waiting to kind of be wrong, but that would actually be my pick. Like I would love a linebacker, but I wouldn't be mad at like corner or anything like that either. But
I
would love that. I would love that because I think you can get a receiver and all of that like in the second round and the third round. So I would love a linebacker.
I like it. Let's go. Shout out to the GM in action, man. All right. But like I said, we still got plenty of season left, man. Because y'all see, we weren't even holler about the safeties or secondary 2 weeks ago. And then it was like, hey, man, we need a guy. All right, get a guy. So let's find out, man. All right. And then the final super that came in was, actually, we had another one. Excuse me on that one. But shout out to Tyler from the 334. He says, is it possible that our guys up front lost the spark they had after carrying the team since 2022? Or are we playing possum till December to unleash OD? He said with all caps too, just throwing it out there. That was for you. He ain't capping for me. Yeah.
I'm cool on that one.
It's not capital
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, that was me. Yep. But in terms of the question, I would love for it to just be they're playing possum till December. I would love that. I think that's like the best case scenario. And that's what we like to do, man. When things aren't making sense with the people that we feel like they should make sense with, we start looking for, what? Maybe it was an alien. Maybe the UFO took their bodies and their talent and just swapped it out with lesser than versions. Maybe that's what's going on. But I do think it's not necessarily that they lost a spark. I think it's a mix of age. I think it's a mix of teams scheming against them. I think it's a mix of them not necessarily playing their most consistent brand of ball, because TJ still made plays in this Packers game. He still, is hitting folk, making TFLs. Cam Hayward still makes plays, right? But in terms of the level of plays that we are expecting based on their pay, that they do have to improve. That is what we are paying them 40, 30, 20 plus million for. Not to just do their job, to be the force multipliers, right?
To be exceptional.
And for every M that you get, that's how many players you're accounting for. When we think about what a vet minimum player would cost or what a Pro Bowl player would cost on average, you do the math, and that's what these contracts are reflecting. That's the mindset. So I don't think, like I said, man, that, they've lost a spark because they were so tired or they feel scorned. It's like, man, we do all the heavy lifting, now y'all gotta carry us. And I don't think it's that. And I definitely don't think it's them playing possum, but I do think it's the combination of that. And also coaching matters too. To a degree, you can holler about, man, we want better this, better that. All of it goes into it, right? When you're not playing well, when you're not tackling, when you're not producing, all of that is a part of it. So you throw all of that into why it looks the way that it looks with that group right now, man, from my perspective.
Yeah.
And then, my bank.
No, I just want to guys, sometimes people just aren't playing well. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're just not playing well. I mean, sometimes it's just not working. And this isn't happening, but we could say TJ Watt is doing what he's supposed to do and he's playing good, but then the guy next to him kind of isn't holding up his end of the bargain. So it's like making TJ Watt look like sometimes it's just not working. And that's where we're at right now. And we have to acknowledge that because when it starts working, we can go, oh yeah, that just wasn't working. Like, okay, these are our guys. Like, hey guys, welcome back. It's like we're the freaking Monstars at this point.
Absolutely.
It's like all our powers have been taken away right now. And sometimes it's okay to just admit we're just not playing well. It's just not good enough. It's just, that's the answer. It's just not good enough.
It's literally that. Yeah. And that's what I'm like, man, it's not an excuse thing, but it's just context. But also the context doesn't mean overreaction.
Yeah,
it's just like, we can identify, we can acknowledge it, still not be necessarily over the moon about it, but also not, doom and gloom about it either. All right. So shout out. But we got the final super chat just pulled up. Shout out. I do see it, bro. I see you, Jawa.
No,
oh Lord, oh Jesus. Let's see what my man has to say over here. Okay, shout out. You know it's always love too. All right, let's go. No, we can't be thinking like that, y'all. No. They're not going to score points. We're going to win. Our defense, lowercase defense, so that must be for me right here, doing their job, showing better awareness. You know what? I agree as well, okay? So shout out to that. I agree. Shout out to the bro Barry. One time for the coach, if you know, you know. But yes, man, I'm with you. We're speaking positive. We're pitching a shutout this week, all right? No more of this negativity. No more. We're just giving them points. They're just gonna score. Or realism or logic. We're not doing any of that. We're using false bravado. We're using machismo. Okay, that's what we're using. Yeah,
it's not bad when a team score it's okay. Like sometimes when you're watching the game and a team scores a touchdown, you're supposed to go, that's okay. We're going to recover. Like it's okay.
We're pitching shutouts. We're winning 50-0.
Oh,
victory formation. That's what this week is. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
You know what?
The standard's the standard.
You're right.
Jeez.
You're right. The standard is to win differently than everybody else in the NFL.
The standard's the standard. 50-0. Stop playing. Yeah.
You're right. We got this. We are the best ever. We're going to win against the Colts.
With like DJ Khaled and folks. Yeah, that's us.
Yeah. Before halftime, we are going to beat the Colts. And then halftime, we are putting in our backups. And we are going to see Will Howard come in and take over.
Like, come on now.
For the team.
Yeah.
And Watt, He's going to get
And we're going to
6
have 50
sacks
in the first quarter.
because Garrett
50
got
in the
5
first quarter.
last week. Yeah, Garrett got 5 last
on.
week. TJ's better. So
Yeah.
this game, he's getting 6 sacks. How about that?
Let's go.
For positivity.
Let's go. Straight like that. So that's the energy that we got. That's how we rolling. Okay. And we feel good about it. We feel good. On the back end of this thing, though, before we do get up out of here, anything left that you got? Final statement before we go, before we get ready for Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a scary weekend. Hopefully it's a fun weekend, not a scary
weekend. I'm a Fimbot, so I'm already in costume. So I'm good. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go outside now with my bag. And I'm like, hi, I'm fake. This isn't a real person. This is AI, actually. Can you put some candy in the bag? The big chocolate bars. I like chocolate.
Jesus.
If you have nuts, Mr. Goodbar is my favorite. So see, all of you people. Okay?
Yeah, get your minds out the gutter. See,
Mr. Goodbar is Mr. Goodbar is my favorite.
Yeah.
And the turtles. I'll eat the turtles. The caramel with the pecans, with the chocolate. Anyway, I could talk about candy all day long. So I would say final words is we got this. And it doesn't have to be pretty. The teams I cheer for never have to win pretty. Ever. I'm okay with that. All I need you to do is win. We'll come and nitpick it later. But all I need for you is to win. So I don't care if you kick the ball in the last play and somehow we've fallen in the end zone and we win. I don't care if it's 50-0. I don't care, right? I don't care if we lose every statistical measurement and the only way we win is just because we happen to win. I'll take that. So that's all I want.
Let's go.
Well, win. That's it. That's my final thoughts. I just want to win.
You heard what she said. Man. That's it. Just win. That's all we got to do. All right. That's all we got to do. Appreciate you again, man. This
Absolutely.
is always a vibe, man. Always
Absolutely.
a vibe. You came in from the top rope too, man. Shout out to you for that.
I came in a little hot.
Always a blast. She was like, y'all know what? Here I come. So shout out. Okay?
It's okay.
But we appreciate that. Always brings a nice element to the show, man. All right. So like I said, and if y'all want more of her as well when she's not over here, make sure y'all hit her up on her channel as well at Really Flawed Football, okay, on YouTube. And on social media, make sure to show her love, subscribe, like, do all of that. And if you're feeling froggy, you want to be a member with her, join her membership too. All right. But y'all see, man, we be tapped in, we be locked in, man. If y'all want to see more of her over here, y'all know she got post-game reaction. And we back in the building on, I believe it should be Tuesday. I haven't looked at the schedule, but it should be Tuesday for Victory Formation. So super excited about that as well. But with that being the case, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe out there. And until next time, baby. Peace.
Bye.